Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another horrific game. Tonight I'm joined once again by the fine folks of Brotherhood of Dice and Infinite Monkey Tales as we take part in the next session of the Draconis Strain Trilogy, an alien RPG created by Free League Games. Before I hand you over to our host, I'd just like to remind you to show support to our cast streamers by subscribing to their platforms and following their works. Links are in the description. And with that being said, I hand you over to the game Mother. What have we done? Have we broke it yet?
Not quite. We're getting there.
Are we all sorted? Everything fixed? We're runners?
Yeah, the ship's ready to go. It's all worked out fine.
No brother at all. That's
nice. A nice cruise. Right.
Smashing.
So a little bit
Off to the pub.
Bit of a recap then. So following a crash into Erebus Station, which has left the Katerina in need of repairs. The scientist team and the captain boarded the station. The station itself has sustained significant damage from meteoroid impacts. 1 second. Something just got a bit weird. There we go. Oh, why are you doing that? Okay. So the station itself has sustained significant damage from several meteoroid impacts, as well as the collision with the Katerina itself. Plasma fires rage out of control on several decks, and the station itself, though, is strangely quiet. In operations on Deck B, you were able to track down the crew of the station via their PDT signals. The crew of the station, made up of prison and admin staff, as well as a workforce which is 100% conscripted convicts, is scattered across several decks, many gathered in large groups, with a few small groups and individuals in other areas throughout the station. So the majority of the terminals in operations were inaccessible, as they appeared to be involved in processing a large amount of data in tandem with one of two expensive state-of-the-art data systems. It was also noted that a large amount of power was being diverted to Terminal 1 on Deck G. Meanwhile, on the observation deck, a large star-shaped crack was visible from the outer surface of the viewport there. And in the rec room, an alien humanoid creature was encountered, which exhibited a vague curiosity in the humans that it encountered before blasting itself out the airlock and descending across the hull towards Terminal 1 on G deck, coincidentally. Shortly after that, everyone heard an inhuman, high-pitched shriek, which was then shortly later was answered by an animalistic guttural howling. I think so. After some debate, you all decided to descend to Deck C, the health and wellness area of the station, which is also the location of the mother chamber. So on Deck C, Dr. Hedenstrom headed into the med lab, reminding everyone that despite the situation you found yourselves in, you still all had a job to do if you wanted Weyland-Yutani to honour their contract with you. Meanwhile, in the cryopod chamber on Deck C, there is discovered that it is overgrown with pulsing tendrils, fleshy biomechanical-like black veins and tendons growing out of and across the outer hull walls. Some of the growths had grown over and into some of the cryopods, although three of the pods were intact, although all were empty. In the forward section of Deck C were allocated banks of cylinders, the air scrubbers for every deck of the station, and in turn, all of those appeared to be fully functional as well. In the mother chamber, you found the charred corpse of Science Officer Clerk, clearly a result of being burned to death with an incinerator unit. The limbs of what remains of the corpse were strangely distorted. Captain Luger, by diving into the coolant pool below the mother console, was able to restart Mother. And while questioning Mother, a removable external storage device was discovered located beneath the console. Attempts were made to override door and airlock controls, but it failed. Mother requiring a security clearance code to access such controls. Although Captain Luger did discover a series of log entries made by Science Officer Clerk regarding the study of the Heselden lights and a meteoric mass that was brought aboard the station, which seems to be a semi-organic shell that had grown around a metal object, perhaps a ship. And these are the reports, the partial log. So the rest of the log was corrupted. So whether that's available, you can access it from another location or not is it remains to be seen. But yeah, so that is what you were able to pull up. I'll not read it out because it's a bit all the date line on it is a bit monotonous. So where are we? Excuse me. Yeah. So Mother's logs also noted that Clerk had attempted to access restricted company files, which she denied him access to. He then expressed dissatisfaction with this and her performance on tasks he had asked her to perform. And so he moved his work to the classified data units instead. Later logs show that Clerk was attempting to override operations from Mother's access terminal and set the station to collide with an asteroid designated 1113B. But when the Warden's security lockouts made that impossible, it instead attempted to send the station into the black hole. This also failed. So before leaving the mother chamber, it was decided to remove the portable data storage unit from beneath the console. Which reminds me, who is carrying that?
Me.
So, Captain, you're carrying that. Okay. So, meanwhile, in MedLab, Dr. Harenstam was busy working at a terminal, studying a number of Petri dishes. There was also a strange, large glass cylinder through which a laser was being refracted, illuminating thousands of tiny phosphorus life forms. These were the actual Heselden lights that you've been sent to study, or some of you been sent to study. In the hydroponics gardens at the rear of this deck, the plants had mutated. What was once a green and luscious environment is now a forest of slimy black tendrils, vines, and huge leaves. And about the room were found numerous slimy black beehive-shaped cocoons encased in these big black leaves. Each one is about 4 or 5 feet long. Then there was everybody heard a scream, which was unmistakably Harenstam coming from MedLab, and investigating, a mutated crew member of the station was found smashing the professor's head against a desk. Before dropping his dead body, after dropping the dead body, the creature charged at Sergeant Sajad, knocking him out of the way, and it disappeared into the chute. So, with a heightened sense of urgency, the team used Mother to locate potential supply to allow them to carry out repairs to the Katarina, and then decided to first head down to Deck F, where the corrections module is located and where you first entered the station. And you travelled down the chute and entered Causeway 1 once more, leading from the central chute to the corrections module. And at the end of the causeway, you saw what appeared to be a naked man huddled against the wall and curled up into a ball. And so, I believe Sergeant Sajad had begun to approach, calling for the person to identify themselves, when, with a low, guttural moan, the dark fetal man begins to rise, his back shifting as thick tentacles spill out in front of him. You don't know what the hell you're looking at. With no arms, legs, or head, the thing is clearly not a man at all, but rather a monstrous 7-limbed starfish. Rising to its full man-sized height, it turns towards you, revealing a maw of scissor teeth surrounded by blossoming fleshy petals. Each petal opens to reveal what looks like a swollen eye. Then something launches from the creature's mouth and skitters across the floor towards your feet, the gnawed, fleshy skull of its last victim.
Nice.
And that is where we'll end. Where we ended, and so that is where we will begin.
I don't know what that thing is, but I know it's not a man at all.
I think we should turn around and walk back and pretend we haven't seen it.
But we have to go down that way. I mean, supply. Is that the direction where we found? I think what we were looking for one of the staff. So I'm trying to ascertain if I believe that is the staff or what has become of the staff member we were looking for on F deck.
There is from visually, there is no way of telling. I mean, this thing.
No, but from the PDU location, does it match up?
So you can't. So to confirm that, you would have to do that from a terminal. Your locator is only tuned to the bracelets that you own.
I'm pretty sure Mother is
fair
just
enough.
behind us.
Yes.
Can I make an observation? That looks like the thing, kind of, what's slapped against our observation window.
It has the same shape. Oh, wait, how many? That was described as a starfish-like crack, but how many cracks were there?
So it wasn't that well defined that you could say it had so many limbs. It was just like abstract shape.
Yeah.
A suggestion of that kind of shape.
Look like that, fellas.
It's charging at us right now.
So it might be. It depends on the initiative. So if you want to go to the combat tracker,
I think.
It just spit out a
somebody's head.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have just asked for a toothpick.
Maybe that's what it was doing.
Yeah, this is the way it's going.
Did it roll, Mike? Did it roll?
Nope.
Sorry.
You're on the combat tracker.
Yeah, I'm on it.
There you go. You've done it now. Okay, so you'll be pleased to know that the Dr. Lark is the fastest, and he gets to, or she gets to, or it gets to act first.
Get it, Lark. Good luck.
I have no gun. I suggest the people with the guns.
So, point of reference before you continue is it is about 40-50 meters away, which puts it at a long range, I believe.
I'm gonna be backing away quite quickly.
So you haven't put it on. Oh, you have, right? Cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be backing away over this way.
Oh, we have time. We actually have time to escape. Let's do that. That sounds like a good idea.
Yes.
Let's go that way and close the door.
But Warden Stryker is here. He's here somewhere.
Let's
I mean,
survive this first.
There's no point. Well, you can go that way if you wish.
I start backing towards the door and strongly suggest everyone does as well.
I'm going to agree with Navari.
Yeah, you can't have a discussion about it. It's racing towards you.
Yeah, so no discussion.
no, it's not racing yet, is it? Okay.
Well, it is moving towards you. I mean, it's not technically we're in turn-based combat, so. What? I'll give you one last chance then, Dr. Lark. What are you doing?
I am getting the hell out of here, and I'm going to tell the others to get the hell out of here.
Okay. Radio. Actions and initiative. That is what I'm looking for. Okay. Radio. So a fast action. So you get a fast and slow action, of course, if you don't remember. So to run is a fast action. So run is during combat, you can spend a fast action to run from one zone to a neighboring zone or between or engage or move from short range to engaging with something. A zone, if you want to retreat and run away, a zone that would take you through, through that door.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Where are we? I'll move the tokens to avoid any confusion.
Yeah.
So there we go. So Dr. Lark apparently doesn't move. Why is not Dr. Lark not moving? Oh, I've got the ruler on. That's why. No, so yeah, Dr. Lark bravely runs away and through the door.
Bravely run away when danger is.
So you do. So that was a fast action. You do have a slow action remaining, which of course you can use to do another fast action if you don't want to do a slow action.
What I'm going to do is, can I wait for them to go through before I shut the door?
You can hold. You can use your action to hold the door open if you want.
Yeah, please. Yes.
Because otherwise, it would normally automatically close after a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so you stand at the door, hold it open. Okay, very good. So Colonel Dr. Zrebigowski.
Hello?
Yes. Colonel Doctor.
Colonel Doctor. Colonel Doctor thinks that running away seems to be a very good idea. As fascinated as she is about this mysterious alien life form that's ahead of us, it does not look particularly friendly, and nor is it behind bars.
Okay,
So yeah, I'm legging it as well.
Okay, so that would take you beyond the door, which Dr. Lark is holding open, and you and as Dr. Lark, you've got a slow or another fast action, whichever you want to do.
Because I don't know what's going to happen next, I'm going to use my fast action to pull my gun and aim at the creature.
Okay.
If I can see it through the door.
Yeah, this corridor's all lit up. So you can see all the way down. And like I say, at the moment, Dr. Lark is holding the door open. So yeah, you can use your other action to draw and aim your gun. It is at long range, so that carries a -2 penalty should you choose to shoot it at a later point, if it's still that far away anyway. Okay, so then it is Dr. Tetsu Ijiri. So yeah, Dr. Ijiri is no fool, and he turns and runs. And probably consider it for a moment, and then runs a little bit further towards the chute. So then we got Professor Navarre.
Yes, well, aggressive alien species are meant to be observed under the petri dish, not this close while they're coming at me. So
You need one hell of a petri dish.
Yeah, so they're going to fit. So I'm going to skedaddle.
Okay, so Professor Navarre,
Is anybody actually planning to stay? Come and have to go if you think you're hard enough.
So yeah, Professor Navarre, use your fast action to retreat beyond the door. You still have a slow or another fast action left if you wish to take it.
Not really much to do. Just make sure that door's closed. And
so you want to stop Dr. Lark from holding it open?
No, once everybody's through, we want to make sure the door's closed and secure. Is there a way to lock it?
So most doors normally you can't lock them, but you can attempt to comtech to override them. But that would take longer than combat.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So next then is Sergeant Noor Sajad.
Yes. I think I must concur. I have to save all the people here that are under my charge. That thing is clearly not under my charge, and I will also move back towards the elevator. Which one is me? This is me.
Okay. So yeah, I'll move your token for you.
Oh, I think I got him somewhere. It doesn't disturb people. You can move him back.
Yeah. Just 1 second. I'll just have to refresh my screen because it's like duplicates the token. 1 second. And you do have a slow or another fast action remaining, if you wish to take it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to equip my pistol because it's medium range as opposed to short range. I'm just not sure if I just drag it into the.
So if you left click or right click on the thing in your inventory, and it'll move it between.
No, thank you. Okay.
The sections.
Yep, got it. Perfect.
My founder's gone into a loading loop. Try again. Okay, that's cool. That's useful. Right. That's yeah, I'm stuck in a loading loop for some reason. Right. Let's see if we can back out. There we go. No. Okay. Not the greatest thing to happen in the middle of combat. Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves. Take a tea break.
Run away! Run away! What is that thing?
That's what it is. We're being punished because we're trying to live.
It eats people. It eats people.
Wasn't terribly wrong. We live. We win. Yeah.
I'm just like,
Away,
what
little girl,
on
run away.
earth were they studying here?
I don't know. There was something that they drilled into. Why would they drill into unknown objects in space? I mean, what is this?
Science.
Right, guys, like it's going to kick you out because I'm going to have to. It's going to on the way for me to resolve it is to restart the server. So unfortunately, it's going to kick everybody out.
Well, I mean, normally it takes a few beers for me to get kicked out of somewhere. But,
Is that because you've done the dance Come On Eileen?
we've got no, right, you've heard me singing. Can you imagine me at a karaoke night?
God. I'm monotone, I am, so that'd be even worse.
There we go.
All right, let's go back. Critical failure.
Come
That's
on.
so cool.
Launch.
Yeah, I had a load of stuff downloaded before, or downloading world stuff.
I don't know what they're experimenting on here. Prisoners look crazy, and now this thing here and smashing heads.
I honestly think the good doctor who was unfortunately left us would have survived if you'd have thrown a rock at him.
If only we had a doctor that does rocks.
Rocks and nothing else but rocks.
Yeah,
Only rocks.
does rocks, man. Just
And if you
does
say,
rocks.
have you ever thought of doing anything apart from rocks? You could get really angry at us.
I know if you even suggest that do anything apart from rocks.
I'm not in the religion. Oh, hello.
Well.
Right, we appear a game is paused. It's showing us stuff.
There we go.
I can't even log in.
No, I've got I've got the bit where it says your will.
You shouldn't have any problem at all. I logged in as you, and it worked.
Refer to this guide to troubleshoot possible issues. Oh, hang on. No, I'm in. Maybe it was because we were all trying to load in at once.
Yeah, the thing's going wibble. Oh, too much. No, it's in the middle of an update. That's the problem. There's some update going on, so
Oh,
Oh dear.
Yeah, just so you know, the spine person ran away. The creepy spine person ran away into an elevator shaft or something.
Yeah.
He
After
tried to-
smashing somebody's head in, they decided to go down the chute. We decided not to go down after it because that would be a bit
Yeah.
silly.
I've got to be quite honest. As well as running away, that's one of the best decisions we've made so far.
Yep. We just watched that thing smash his head in. Let's not go after it because
It's like it's gone into the lift shaft. We vote not to go in the lift shaft. That thing's running
We're not
towards you.
going
Let's
over
run
in-
in the opposite direction. Well, game is currently offline, and you cannot launch it unless you are the owner.
Yeah.
Oh,
it'll be fine.
oh, there we go.
It's a nice friendly game. There nothing happens to your characters, but you don't need like 5 backup PCs. Not at all.
Hang on, we're running a sweepstake to see how long it is before someone gets the cat. So it's going to be fantastic. If I actually get to the point where we need the cat and I get the cat, I am literally just going to like sit around licking my arse at people because that's what cats do.
It should be all right now because I just logged in.
It still says it's offline for me. Let me refresh.
Yeah. That's what I-
Ta-da! Launch.
Downloading world data. Yeah.
Join.
Sorry, folks.
game.
Foundry's being a bit of a bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still can't get to the login screen.
Yeah, downloading world data. Please wait. Your world seems to be taking a while to load.
I got that last time, but it's logging straight in this time.
Phil's doing a Frozen, Disney Frozen.
It's an omen.
Okay, I finally got to login screen.
Yeah,
Where's everybody else at the moment?
it's just let me in
You're in the game or on the login screen?
in the game.
Okay.
I am
Anybody-
in the game. I see the map. I hear the music.
Yeah, excellent. What about you, Jake?
Jake's in. Oh, he's logged in.
Colin?
I am in. I see the map. I'm myself, and I unmuted myself.
Cool. Colin?
Yep. Game is paused.
So you're in the game though, yeah?
In the game.
I'm just avoiding trying to log in at the same time as more than one person, just in case.
Mhm.
Okay. Right. Let's try again. There we go. Straight in this time. Come on. You can do it. Eventually. There we go. Very good. Okay. So, where were we?
Running away.
Sergeant Sajad. Oh, I forgot what was he doing. What was she doing? He doing?
Yeah, as he, yes, that's Sajad, not Sajad. So you know it's a male. I was, yes. So I was like kind of like running, and taking the rifle, which is a short range weapon only, like kind of slinging it on the back, and pulling out my medium ranged handgun.
Okay. So yeah, switching to your Rexin pistol. Oh, radio.
That's not where I kept it at all.
And then it's it. Oh dear.
It's a good thing we all got away already.
It can't, but it can't move.
Well,
It's too busy choking on a skull.
So it moves. It moves twice. It uses both of its actions to just pummel its way down the causeway towards Captain Luger. But that doesn't give it. So it's got no actions left.
I'm shocked.
But I like her.
So Captain Luger, you get to. It's your turn.
All right. Yeah, I'm
Of course,
saying.
of course, you're saying. Of course, this thing gets another activation because
Yeah.
aliens tend to be faster than humans. You're staying there. So what are
No.
you doing?
No,
All right.
What?
No, I'm not.
Don't stay there.
Who
No,
who
I'm not.
didn't? What?
You said the fast move will get me behind the door. Is
Yes.
that right?
Yes.
So before I move, then I want to make an observation check on it.
Okay.
Okay.
To what end?
So what I'm
The front
effectively
end.
looking at is studying how it moves, trying to glean information from it. But one of the stunts you can get from it is, how do I get past this?
Okay, let me just let's have a
I
look.
have no idea.
Is Luger one of those people that climbs into the tiger cage at the zoo and tries to
Right.
fight it?
I'm
Okay.
hazarding a guess. It kind of moves like this: floppity floppity flop.
Radio.
A lot of that as well.
Yeah.
So that would be
It's under observation. It's a
yeah, I'm just
stunt.
looking what kind of action, if it's a fast or a slow action. I would
Ah.
say that would probably be a slow action.
Yeah, but that still get me fast action.
You do indeed. You do indeed. So you do that, observe. You can do an observation roll.
I will.
With that thing after you, it's an incredibly fast action.
Oh, that's a roll stress. Okay, so hold on a minute. So this brings a nice segue into the new non-combat panic tables, because although we're in combat, an observation roll is not a combat itself. But you have only rolled a 7, so we'll take that roll that you rolled. So it's only 7, so it would be about the same. So yeah, you just got a nervous twitch. Stress level of a friendly NPCs in short range, of which there are not, increases by 1. So and then you turn and run.
I sure do.
So
But
I will let you have a bonus dice while combating this thing.
oh, nice.
So you may maybe spot a what looks like a vulnerable spot. So for the duration of this combat, you can have a bonus dice against it.
Excellent.
And then we will move you back down here.
He seems to think we're going to fight it.
And then it acts again. So it comes barreling down the corridor as a fast action, and then it has a slow action remaining, which means it is going to attack somebody.
I shut the door, didn't I? I thought he said
Hold roll.
oh, when everyone's through.
You're going to shut the door when everyone's through. Give me a mobility check. See if you can do it before this thing.
Before it gets there.
Yeah.
We need aliens chase music on, Phil.
I've got some. I had some combat music somewhere. I've got no, that's patriotic music. I don't think I've got the
Have you
combat music.
You've not got the aliens chase music?
Which one's aliens chase
Believe
music?
what I'm hearing.
I don't think I've got it on this instance. I don't appear to have it, which is unless it's in the battle sounds. Oh, no, it's going to be just like. Oh no, I'll have to upload it to this instance.
Yeah.
How about
Like a good
escalation?
sound. I like a good soundtrack to his attacks.
This might be all right. Escalation.
If you have any Benny Hill, that'll be appropriate too.
That would, yes. Given our capabilities.
We all run through all the corridors and
yeah.
come in and out, or things. Or
Okay.
Scooby-Doo music.
So that's its mobility and versus its mobility. Okay, so it gets it's quicker.
Uh-oh.
So you hit. So Dr. Light, you hit the button, the door controls, and it starts to slide shut, but it just manages to get one attack through.
Nice.
Before the door slams shut. Hopefully it's not one that drags you through the door. So here we go.
Yeah, I don't think we've got any music playing through.
Okay, all right. So the creature, as you hit the button, the creature kind of just stops, sort of stands there in front of you, undulating, shaking its tentacles, and you get the uncomfortable feeling that it's assessing how much of a threat you are, almost as if it's smelling and tasting the air. And everyone within short range gains 1 stress and must make an immediate panic roll.
Okay, we have to manually update, yeah?
In this case, you'd have to manually update your stress, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we make a stress check.
Yeah.
Where's my oh, shit.
So, tremble. You start to tremble uncontrollably, all skill rolls. Oh.
Seek cover. You must use your next action to.
So we'll go through them in order. Otherwise, it'll be just chaos. So of course, Dr. Light doesn't need to make a stress roll. So we just need one from Colonel Dr. Drowski.
Oops.
Oh dear. Oh no, that's good. Look at okay. So we'll go through one by one. So Captain Luger, panic condition, tremble. You start to tremble uncontrollably. All skill rolls using agility suffer a -2 modification until your panic stops.
Okay.
Okay. So you'll have to double check. I think it now automatically adds that, but you'll have to check when you make a roll.
Right. Okay.
When you make an agility roll, that is.
Yeah.
So Sergeant Sajid, drop the item, whether by stress or confusion, your realization you're not you're all going to die. You drop a weapon, all that, so it's going to be, because it's going to be the weapon that's in your hand.
Yeah, the one I just set. Yep, it's dropped.
Okay, and your stress level increases by another 1.
Again? Oh yeah, that did automatically.
Yeah, you should have done that one automatically. Professor Navarre. So you panic, and so you must use your next action to move away and find a safe spot if possible. You're allowed to make a retreat if you have an engaged enemy engaged. If your stress level is decreased by 1, but the stress level of all friendly PCs in short range increases by 1. So yes, as Professor Navarre screams like a girl and runs for cover, everybody else gets a increase their stress level as well.
Lovely. I love it.
So I'll just move you back there just to remind me that you're going to be running away. And then finally, Colonel Doctor just kills a cucumber, keeping it together. And then the door shuts.
Is just giant space anus. Why is people scared of this?
That thing. What the hell was that thing?
If you have children one day, you know I'll deal with this.
It's starfish. A very angry looking starfish.
Oh,
Maybe it's chocolate flavor. I don't know.
This is what happens when you don't follow protocol and you don't decontaminate it and you don't set up proper observations. This is what happens when you just jump into these experiments. I don't know. I've never seen such recklessness in my life. This is disgraceful. I will be putting a report in.
He says as he runs away.
Yeah.
I think the important question is how long is it going to take to smash its way through this door?
Oh, okay. So you can
We're just going to hit the button.
thudding. You can hear it thudding against the door, but essentially combat is finished for now.
What?
I guess it is worth, unless somebody wants to open the door.
The temptation. No.
So there's probably.
I'm on my hands and knees. Not for that reason. I'm actually looking for my gun. I can't have lost it. I can't have lost it.
Give me a mobility check. Don't so remove the stress dice from it if you've got any stress dice. There's the little checkbox to remove the stress dice.
Okay, that's going to be fun. Do I press mobility first and then?
So if you right click on mobility and it'll bring up a little window to adjust.
Yeah, it says stress modifier is 0.
Yeah.
So do I
Okay.
put -6 to compensate the 6 that I have?
If you've got 6 stress, yes. So put -6.
So
Yeah.
-6.
Okay. Is that 1 success or no successes? No. Oh, 1 success. So yes. So your gun is just. Luckily, it is just this side of the door.
Phew. All right.
So it's. I suppose it's been a while since we played, so it's worth going over. You know, part of the game is managing your stress and panic levels. We all know how you gain stress and panic, but to stop panic,
A good slap.
well, there's potentially one of the ways, to be honest. So some effects on panic last some panic effects only last a round, but others remain in effect until one of the following happens. Another character comes to your aid and makes a command roll and kind of essentially does what Flea just said. You become broken, which means your health is reduced to 0 and you potentially pass out, or a turn passes. So if once 10 minutes has passed, then you automatically recover from panic. There's also stress, of course, so you can relieve stress. So for every full turn, 5 or 10 minutes that is spent resting in a safe area that is secured from enemies, as far as you know, your stress level is reduced by 1 point. You can't make any skill rolls while you're resting, and your rest is interrupted if your rest is interrupted, it doesn't count. A panic roll can also decrease stress, and certain drugs can decrease stress. And once per act in a cinematic game, you can interact with your signature item in some way to reduce your stress level 1 step, which is a slow action. And of course, there's a few other ways of some characters have abilities to help people relax and remove stress as well. So it is a good idea to try and manage your stress. Otherwise, it will just spiral out of control and bring a swift end to your character.
Yeah.
So, like I say, you can hear this thing thudding against the door. I mean, this door is like a heavy.
Slip and fall.
It's
Sorry?
fine. I didn't see where it had any thumbs. It's not coming through anytime soon.
Well, let's. I mean, now that it's gone, let's head back. Let's see if we can find him. The warden. It's. I mean, he'll know more than anybody else.
How many of them are on this ship? That's the problem. What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. Again, Striker will be able to help us. We should go this way, and I'm gonna like over clutch the gun in my hand and move back forward. Is the door openable, or was it locked and closed?
What, you want to open the door again?
Not that door.
Well, where did the creature go?
In the door.
So the
Hang in the
creature
door.
Back that way.
The creature is on the other side of this door. You can hear it banging against the door.
Well, I mean,
That is also the way
rude.
to
rude not to
where
open the
Striker
door.
is.
Okay. Damn it. We can't go to Striker.
We need a plan on what we're going to do if we encounter one of these fucking things again. What are we going to do about it?
Also, can we not find an alternative way to go to where we wanted to go, which was down there?
Look, we're on F. On H, that's where the science officer is. That's where his PDT was last. Why don't we go to the science officer? If anybody knows how to control these creatures or defeat them, it must be the science officer.
Right.
Okay.
Let's do that.
H.
That's smart. Let's do that.
Dr. Navarre, do you concur?
I think I'm hiding under the table right now. I'll just.
No, Dr. Navarre.
Navarre, we need something that we're going to do that's going to work here.
you're all losing your minds. Can I just suggest we find an alternative route to go to where Sir Jade wanted to go?
I think
You know who lost their mind? The person whose skull was spitted out at my feet by that creature. That's who lost their mind.
I think
Well, that's
we
good.
should-
I'm
we
glad
should
to hear it.
go through the air ducts.
Thank you.
But Sajad was right. Sajad was right. We'll find the science officer.
How do
How
you-
long have I got before I can pull myself together?
So about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes,
how do you know
unless
this-
somebody intervenes.
Okay, I will intervene. And
Okay, so you can make a unless you've got you've got a special ability, haven't
yes, I have. I've got my teddy bear.
you? Oh, there we go. Click on the thing. Yeah, Dr. Lark, skills, account. So you got your counselor talent. I mean, once per turn, you can use the command skill to reduce stress level of another character within short range. For each success you roll, their stress level is reduced by 1 extra step, in addition to the default one. So yeah, you
Right.
can go and find Professor Navari, who is hiding round the corner, and try and and offer him some counselling.
Right, so I'll go to Navari and say, look, come out of there. I know what you're seeing is terrible, and it's everyone's losing their mind at the minute.
Just reckless. This is what recklessness causes.
Yes, I understand, Navari. Just hold my teddy bear. Let it. Just focus on the bear. Focus on the bear, and everything will be all right.
You see nothing but the
Focus on
bird.
the
The
bear.
bird's here.
Focus on the bear.
The
Yeah.
bear what?
My little.
We're looking for the bird necessity.
So do the command roll. Phil.
Yes, you can make a command roll. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, so it's a success. So it's one success. So Professor Navarra, you can reduce your stress level by 1, and you are no longer panicked.
Right. Whew. Yeah. This is. I just sort of. I'll pull myself out from under the desk where I managed to jam myself in. This is why we have protocols. This is why we must follow sterilization, especially with organisms. You don't know what's going to happen. This is what happens when people are sloppy. Well, we need. And I just start stammering, as I'm sort of gathering myself together. How did this get out of control? It shouldn't have got to this point. Why do they pick such a unstable platform to hold experiments like this? It's just absolute lunacy. We need something. We need to find out how we can neutralize this. I don't know what it is, but we need to find a way to neutralize it. That can happen to any of us. I think that was would I have recognized that it's potentially a crew member or a prisoner or something? The first person, the creature.
The first thing, that bashed in Dr. Headstrom's head. Yeah, that was So that clearly was wearing remnants of a crew uniform.
Yeah, this is some sort of contagion. We need to. I don't probably. They haven't even thought about creating an inoculation first before they created more of the things. Of the utter fools. This is probably why we were all brought here, because of the incompetence. But we definitely need some form of protection. That could happen to any of us, and I don't know what. And I point towards the door that thing was grown out of, but it's not natural. We must be careful.
We agree. We're gonna. Sajad said, find the science officer who's worked here, and I agree with him. I think this is a good way forward. If we find that we need some way of knowing how to deal with this.
Yes.
He might know where it's come from and all this kind of stuff, what they used, how it was created, and how we can deal with it. I mean, it was over 6 foot.
Yeah, they've been splicing or infecting something. Yeah, we need to. Yeah, I concur. Sorry, I just A lot going on. I just lost my mind for a moment there. Sorry.
I think we all did. I practically shit myself, but
So very unbecoming.
we've all got to hold it together.
I believe, Liga, you should
can't
run
run
the
off.
brain pins.
Yeah, we've got to try and stick together here.
Is there
Sajad's got a gun. I have got a gun. But I don't know what
we need some form of decontaminant. That is not that can happen to any of us. This is clearly either contact by skin, by aerosol. It could be, somehow that gets in contact with our flesh, our DNA, and it sorry,
right.
and it
So
transforms us. Guns will make no difference if we become infected.
Why? How do you know anyone else is still alive on this ship? How do you know they're not like that thing I saw hurl into Sajid and then go down that well or whatever that was, the hole in the middle of this floor? How do you know that thing's not going to come back up? I don't know. We need to have a plan and find an alternative route to where we need to go, whether it's an air vent or something we can possibly crawl through.
If we find suits, we can go outside and walk the length of the station.
Look, we need to be on deck C. I think we are on deck C, aren't we?
You are on deck F.
Let's go back up to deck C. The science officer's there.
I wouldn't recommend that because in the hydroponics, where I believe that was on deck C, there is a lot of what I would say is alien and black pods. And I did lock the room down, but if these things come from that, whether they do, I think we're going to be in more trouble than we are going up there.
Wasn't that operations deck B?
Yes, but they were going through the floor. These things would get these black tentacles and these egg sacs, whatever they were. They look like black. Sorry.
No, you're okay. I interrupted you. Go on.
They just like huge black like plums. That's the only way I can describe them.
Plums.
Well, they did.
Well, look, I'm not intending on touching any of that shit. I just want to get to the science officer.
We have a science officer on H as well. Just one deck down. We don't have to go that far. Don't we have another one on deck H? I remember from the PDT.
Yeah, so the science officer on deck C, where is the one that is welded to the chair in the mother chamber.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So there's one on deck H.
Who might be a little bit hard to communicate with.
Yeah.
It's a bit crispy.
All right, let's just go to H. And factory complex will also be where we have like materials for fixing the ship, so we have to go there anyways. No.
I have a feeling there'll be more of these the lower we go.
Well, the higher we go, there's escaped convicts smashing in people's heads and people's fuse. That's, I mean, who knows where they go and where they are, but. Let's say they're all up. Okay, on top is safe. But if we don't have the materials to fix a ship, we're going to have to send some brave Dr. Lark to go get the materials for us and wait at the ship. So it's either that or we all go and we try to help out.
All right. You win.
We've won.
I'll win when we're in the ship heading home.
Well, I'll get us home, all right. We just need the stuff to get out of here. And like I said, to do that, we need the science officer. So we need to know what we're dealing with here in case it shows up again.
I'm here to make sure all of you do your job to the best of your abilities and to keep you all calm. That's what I'm here for. I'm not some adventurer or avenge you or something.
I'm not avenging shit. I just want out of here. But if it shows up again, you saw the size of it. I got a real good look at it, and I'm not sure guns are going to do much.
Also, most of us are not trained. Well, we have on a sort of pocket where I have the thing, have these things. I don't think we're all trained. We can't we can't repair the ship ourselves. We need help. We need the equipment, but also we can't let this contagion run amok while we're here either. We're in a bit of a hard place.
Yeah.
We need answers, at least. If we know how it came to be, we can have a neutralizing effect, and I fear time's against us.
Well,
So let's go then. Let's go. Deck H.
Okay, is that what you're planning?
All right, deck H.
Radio. So
looks like we're opening the door again.
No, the chute, shaft of the chute is here. Not
Excuse me.
so I was gonna bring this up. So regarding the maps that we've got, so we've got the Theatre of Mind maps and the Fog of War maps. So what I was going to suggest using both of them.
Okay.
So for I mean, you can. I just want to see what your opinion is. This. I mean, if you disagree, then that's fine. We'll not do it. So my thinking was for general exploration to use the Theatre of the Mind maps, and then for combat, use the Fog of War maps because the scale is more accurate.
Fair enough. Yeah, definitely Theatre of Mind for exploring. Otherwise, every 2 seconds it's like, what's this door? What's this door?
Yeah, exactly. And you know what's
yeah.
You've seen the layout, and you in particular, the layout of the place. And it doesn't have any great spoilers because, like I said, there's no sort of secret areas. Okay, so we'll do that then. So we will use the Theatre of the Mind maps that show the entire thing, and then the Fog of War ones for combat because it scales the scale's much better. Right, so you're going down to deck H, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Radio. So you open the doors back into the chute and begin descending the chute. Okay. Right. So you get.
Thank you, Dr. Lark. Thank you, Dr. Lark.
So you get to down to the entrance to deck H, but there's been an explosion, and both doors have been damaged. One blocked by wreckage, one buckled, one completely blocked by wreckage, one buckled and inoperative.
Right.
So it will require the use of cutting tools to get through one or the other.
I have a cutting torch.
You do indeed.
Nice.
Yeah. Cut through the buckled one, I guess.
Okay. So it will take.
Buckled in or buckled out?
It will be buckled out away from you because it looks like there were, like I say, it looks like there was an explosion of some kind in the chute. Yeah, and so whatever it was that exploded is just like blocked one because there's two doors out the chute, and whatever it exploded, the wreckage of it has blocked one door, one exit, and then the blast has buckled the other door. So you can either cut through the buckled door or cut away the wreckage to the.
Is there a console, computer console outside either of those doors?
There is no. Oh, I'm on the wrong floor, so there might be. So floor H. Where are we? This is. There we are. Okay. Oh God, can you not? Oh, you can't access. Sorry, I apologise. You can't. You can't actually access deck H from the chute.
All right.
Oh, interesting.
That explains why we're having trouble.
Yes. So that would mean that you would have to access it from the main concourse, I believe. Yes, you would
Gee,
Oh,
on G. So yeah, so the you'll have to use ladder access from one of the junctions on the main concourse.
Are we doing that? What do you think?
gee. Oh man.
What choice do we have?
Not much.
G, we know. Check G stationary. I put a note as stationary on check.
around here.
Oh, deck G. I think people that were there were stationary and not moving. Maybe.
Yes, quite possibly. I'll have a
don't
look
know.
for it in a second.
Well, I have.
So,
Those were.
there you go. Let me see. So that would be on. So that's the consoles upon observation. So yeah. So
So we have to go up through the security muster point.
Which side are we going? No.
So yeah, so the starboard hangar on deck G, there were 20 about 24 PDT readings.
Right,
so
and we were staying away from here because we thought they were whatchamacallit, prisoners.
Possibly, yeah. I believe they are prisoners, yeah. That is also the so the starboard hangar in Terminal 1 is also where the a disproportionately large amount of the power in the station was being diverted to. It is also where that strange creature disappeared to.
Well, we have no choice. We need. You know what? Hey, there's the workshop here. There's engineering here on this. If I see the map, not this map, but if I see the, whatever, appropriately, maybe we just go there to get whatever materials we need. Plus, if there are prisoners here, I mean, they'll also want to leave. We can use them for help. We tell them to help bring us the stuff so we can repair the ship. We'll all get out of here quicker. We still have the weapons. We'll be able to control them. We'll maintain control. They'll just be happy to get out of here.
So it's worth mentioning that technically, prisoners wouldn't have access to this deck.
Right.
I was going to say I'd exercise caution.
So under normal circumstances, prisoners are restricted to the corrections module. But of course, they are also workers. So they do have perform duties when they're on shift.
Okay.
I think the prisoners are our last concern,
Yeah. For now.
considering
Well,
what's going on right now.
Again, I just if we do encounter them, then it's not. We don't have to avoid them. We just need to get out of here.
So gee, they outnumber us 3-1. Yeah. And how many guns do we have?
Enough.
Yeah. Enough, do we?
Mm-hmm. We have enough.
I would still exercise caution.
So we need to head north if we're going to find him or them. Through the security muster point and up the causeway.
Also, may I remind you, we did have parts for our ships to pick up, parts for our ship to pick up and repair.
We do. They're probably on deck H with the factory.
So what's more important, getting parts for our ship and getting off this place, or go and have a look at some convicts to see if they're okay?
We can't, well, the priority is fixing the ship, but we need to find out what the hell's going on. For all we know, we should be quarantined. I mean, there's weird noises going on.
The longer we stay still, it's just, I just don't recommend standing still.
I agree. Let's go.
And then we all look at each other as we stand on the same spot.
Yeah,
you go.
yeah. Start walking north. Yeah.
So who pulls rank here?
Like,
Well,
Jesus
Dr. Navarre
Christ, come on.
is
The person who pulls rank, let us know where we're going, please.
okay.
Right.
Workshop engineering. Let's get the materials we need and get and fix our ship.
Yeah, it makes sense. At least we'll have a chance. I don't think we're going to solving any mysteries here or trying to determine this thing isn't going to help us. But before we leave anywhere, we'll have to seriously consider decontamination protocols and isolation.
Mm.
But that'll all be moot if we don't get off the station.
Once we leave here and we leave this system, we'll all be in hypersleep capsules anyway. So we'll be isolated. Oh, come on, everything's
Makes
falling
sense.
over.
Right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's get the at least with a functioning ship, we have plans or options. At the moment, we don't have any.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's going through the door first?
I'll go through the door first.
Right. So you've all passed 10 minutes in here. So you can all reduce your stress levels by 1.
Wonderful.
Oh, good.
I
I feel better already.
should we draw our weapons and who's Mildred on here?
Who's
Just
what?
Sajad.
Sajad. Is it a
That'd
good
be me.
idea for us all to draw our weapons, or are we going to be a danger to each other? As
No, they're going to be a danger to each other. You don't draw your weapons. You need both hands to be able to pick things up. Plus, I mean, I've heard cases, not that it ever happened to me, of course, where somebody in a panic may have dropped their weapon, and then you'd be left without one. So perhaps better only to draw when you need to fire.
should somebody have a weapon drawn?
I did.
I did.
Right, that's okay. Just so we have a
Yeah, I
plan.
do.
Like I said, being methodical helps.
Yeah, very scientific, doctor. And
I don't want to alarm anybody, but that noise is bigger here.
oh, bloody hell! Take 2 aspirin and call them in the morning. Noise.
No, I mean, I'm serious.
Oh, that noise. Banging.
Yeah, the banging. Yeah, it's like a. Yeah.
I heard a similar thing when I touched the tentacle. It was like a heartbeat.
It is like a heartbeat, but it's not through like touching tentacles, right? It's just there.
Follow
Can we?
me.
Can we
I'm heading
refrain
towards.
from handling extraterrestrial organisms that appear to be contagious and mutagenic, please? Just a suggestion.
I'm not.
You're the
touched
doctor.
anything, Barry, though. I've only touched mechanical things. I've not touched a
Sorry, I
single.
thought you were going somewhere else with that. I was like, oh no. That's non-character brain. It's just filling
I've
in
not
blanks.
touched anything organic in a long time.
Oh dear. Stop it.
Our ship is on which deck again? Remind me. It's
So
the-
if you look at the side view, the
Yeah.
ship was
Sea,
collided with deck deck F, sorry, which is the correction module.
Yeah.
deck F. Okay, so and we're on deck H now. G now,
Deck G,
which is
yeah.
great. Let's head to the port hangar deck where there's the repair bay. We'll have materials there for repairing. We'll have maybe some welders and sheet metal, whatever it is we need. Come on, guys, let's just get this done already.
What are you talking about, Sajad? You said go to deck H with the security guy in the factory.
I know, but we're already here. We're here already, and it doesn't appear like anything bad is here now. So let's go get the materials we can from the repair bay since we're here, and then we can move forward and decide.
Fine.
I make it up as I go along. What do you want from me?
To not make it up as you go along.
Port hangar deck repair bay. Let's get the materials that we need.
Which port? The actual port or the port we're using for the game?
So yeah, we'll say So the port that the game is using.
Oh, sorry.
We're going nowhere. We're just
so
going around in circles.
These maps are supposed to be upside down.
So
Yeah.
Terminal 2 is port.
Yeah. Okay. Terminal 2.
In the game.
Other fortified wines are available on demand.
Well, in their defense, in Sweden, that side is called port.
So must be it is, yeah, if that's true,
It is
then
a Swedish game, I guess.
yeah. Anyway,
Swedish Navy.
right. So are you leaving the chute now that the captain has cut? Which one? Sorry, which one were you cutting open? Were you removing the wreckage, or were you cutting open the busted door?
I'll cut open the busted door.
You're going to cut open the busted door. Okay. So right, you cut round it, and then you have to with your maintenance jack, you manage to force it open. So this door will not shut again.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wouldn't anyway. Anyway.
So I'm going to make a note of that on the map. 1 second. Right. Okay. So as you exit the chute, you're stood in this this circular passageway to the north, for want of a better word. Is the security muster point 2, leading towards giving access to junction G9 and the comms tower on deck H. To the south is the assembly hall.
Mm-hmm.
And as you stood there, perhaps pondering which direction you're going to head, the intercom on the east wall of this passageway starts to beep. Alerting you that someone is attempting to communicate via it.
I'll go to operate it. See what they're saying.
Okay, so you press the button. So just like I say, it works just like an old-fashioned intercom. And you hear there's a little bit of static, but then you hear the voice of Gray. Captain Luger's android, synthetic, back on the ship. Says, Captain,
Yeah.
Captain, do you hear me?
Yeah, I'm reading you.
At last, I managed to patch the ship's comms into the intercom system on board the station. I'm afraid it's only one way I can contact you, but I'm afraid I don't think it'll work the other way around. But I've been trying to get in touch because we have a slight problem, sir. Ma'am, in fact. The temperature on the port side of the correction facility appears to be increasing. It's registering in the umbilical. It's currently registering at 55 degrees.
Any reason? Any idea of the source?
It's well, ma'am, if you'll forgive me, it's the plasma fires that are raging out of control on the port corrections module.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be contained, but it is increasing. There is a steadily increase of heat, and I anticipate it causing the temperature on board the ship to increase by at least 2 degrees per hour.
Fantastic.
Might I suggest detaching the umbilical?
You mind? Where are you going to go if you detach the umbilical?
Well, we're not going anywhere, ma'am, are we? We're kind of entangled with the station.
Exactly.
But, it would protect the ships, ma'am, and the integrity of the umbilical.
Then do it.
As you wish.
Do it. So you say this is like a one-way comms. We can't initiate it with you. You can only initiate it with us.
That is correct, ma'am.
Right. Well, keep us informed wherever you can on any other developments. There's some kind of contagion, I think. We're unaffected right now. We're trying to get to the bottom of it, as well as get the stuff that we need to repair and get the hell out of here.
Very well, ma'am. I shall initiate disconnection of the umbilical.
Okay.
And then it goes. It goes dead.
God damn it! This thing gets better all the time. Right. Well, you heard him. We need to get the stuff as fast as we can. Otherwise, we're all going to fry.
All right. Is the door open? Can we go in and just get this stuff and get to the ship?
So where are you going? Which way are you going? You're going towards the
Terminal
security.
O2.
Okay, so you're going down to the.
Well, I mean, security muster point. Let's go there. We can, because it's right out in front. We'll see if there's any weapons or if any guards are mustering there for any reason, because that could still help. We know that there are 24 people here, so not a bad idea to go to the muster point first, since it's right here.
Okay.
What's the worst that can happen?
What's the worst that can happen? Indeed. I just need to check something rather quickly.
Well, I'm feeling less inclined to go that way now.
Is that
Okay, right. Okay, so
is it instant death or do they roll for it?
So you head away from the chute, passing through these two sets of doors into the security muster point. And Professor Navarre, can you give me an observation roll, please? You can remove any stress elements from it. Oh, you rolled them anyway. Okay.
Whoops.
It doesn't matter. It didn't roll add any stress. Okay, so you got a success. Right. So you so the let me just get the name of this correct before I butcher it. So your CB RN detection kit, which, of course, includes a Geiger counter.
Yep. Chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear.
Yeah. So the needle just suddenly, as you open this door, this inner door to the security muster point, the needle just hits the far side. And
I'm like back. Close the door.
Ooh. What's it detecting? Becquerels or RPM?
So
Well-
there are high levels of radiation, strong levels of radiation here.
What type of radiation?
You can make it up. It doesn't
Right.
specifically say.
In that case, it's alpha particles, and we've
It's
got
dangerous.
we've got no need to worry about it.
It's dangerous. You can pretend it's safe if you want.
Fine, I'll pretend it's safe.
Well, I mean,
We need that stuff, so we've got to go in there anyway. So it doesn't matter if it's dangerous or not.
no, not there. We don't need to go that way. That's a security muster point. We were just going to go there to see if there was anybody there from security that could help us. So no, we're going to go back towards Terminal 02. But I do believe you're right. It could be that smart security people went there and triggered that, as a false positive in order to keep everybody away.
It's
I think you need to have a Geiger counter for
it's-
that.
anti-personnel unradioactive radiation, which is used as a deterrent.
So of course you will all know somewhat to one degree or another that various compression suits do offer some degree of protection against radiation. Depends on the individual suits.
Anything with charcoal that is charcoal lined would be a good start.
But yeah, the like various compression suits, of which there are likely to be, it would be very unlikely that there weren't a number of compression suits on the station. How how good they are is another matter, of course.
Now what?
We need to find a way around this.
We're fine. Now we can head towards Terminal 02. I mean, unless you're telling me that the radiation is also down there towards like where the assembly hall is.
No, but I pull out my Geiger counter and I'm like, I think we'll just proceed with caution.
Yeah. Okay, Doctor. Good idea.
So
Yeah, so let's head towards the assembly hall because that's the next logical place to get to where we need to get to.
Okay, so you head back, retrace your steps, and head back towards the assembly hall.
If I give like some sort of roll, can I actually determine what it is they assemble in this hall?
So it's a meeting point.
That kind of assembly
that.
hall. Fair enough.
As you hit the button, the door opens up again. The Geiger counter just goes.
Hey, hold it.
Okay. Damn it. Well, there doesn't seem to be any better way. Let's see. Crap. Where else can we access? There's got to be access corridors that we can get to from other, other locations.
We could always find pressure suits and go around the outside. Because space is a radioactive environment anyway.
Or you could use pressure suits to travel through, unsafe areas of the ship as well. Station.
So we're at H. I think we're right. I think F is going to be the only place where G. So let's try H. No, we couldn't get to H. We had to go to G. So that means we have to go back to F to try to find ladders that'll go down to G and then H. and do it quick enough that we don't get stuck in.
So don't forget, you can at any point, you can always go back to the terminal landing page where you can access maps of the entire station.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I think let's go back to F. Let's get to the starboard side of F and see if there are any ways that we can go down. And I will lead the party that way if there are no objections and if people follow me as I go.
We just keep going, see where it's.
I shall follow. My hand on my pistol.
Okay.
It's a very strange name to call me, but I'll accept it.
Okay, so you make your way back up to deck F, back to correction modules.
So it looks like there is junction ladders in junction J6 that might be the best way to go. And if there are med bays there, maybe we get some anti-radiation pills just in case, or whatever else we could find.
Right, you are.
Starfish thing is on the other side of where we are.
I'm sorry, the what is?
The starfish thing is there.
The thing with tentacles and teeth.
Yeah, trying
crap.
to get you. So you just
Well, I kind of do feel as if we are supposed to fight that thing, which is why there's no way forward.
Okay, so while you're stood there, you hear this wow, wow,
Shoot it!
and this cat comes trotting round the corner from the north side, around the north side of the chute.
Well, I suppose it's Russians at least.
And it is carrying something in its mouth.
Oh,
I bet you any money
it's
it's
going to be
finger.
something
It's gonna
way
be a
inappropriate
finger-
for a cat
a
to carry,
finger,
isn't it?
Oh,
sausage.
so why is that cat?
All
why is
right.
that cat carrying an egg in its mouth? Everyone starts
Here,
screaming.
kitty. Here, kitty.
Nice kitty.
Hello, Kitty.
Hello, Karapi.
Oh, that's it. Okay, and yeah, so you see this this cat comes trotting towards you.
It's not an orange. It's not an orange.
It's a black and white cat. Yeah, look at this. This is it. This is it.
Aww.
That's a fuzzy.
I'm just waiting for the mouth to open and go.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you can see it is carrying what looks like a squid or something.
That's wrong.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
Are you gonna Navarro? Are you gonna tell the cat to decontaminate itself?
It should do.
Well, we can't. All
It
easily.
is.
All we've got to do is find a can of
So
petrol.
it trots forward and drops this thing at your feet.
Is the squid light thing still moving or trying to play back with the cat?
It is not moving. It looks like this is what it looks like. Where are we?
Is any of its carapace rising and falling as if it were inhaling and exhaling?
So this is what it looks like.
Wondered open up.
Lovely.
I mean, I'm trying to determine if it's dead or just playing dead because
it
the
looks
cat.
to be dead. So it drops this thing on the floor with a plop, and then sits there looking up at your arm, going, "Meow, meow."
Oh no,
Captain Luger, does that look like what we encountered? You had a better look than us.
Got to be quite
Smaller,
honest.
isn't it? It's a bit smaller.
That's a polite way of putting it.
Yeah, it
Nice.
does.
It reminds
Certainly
me of the
looks like
huggiest.
it.
How do we know
I'll
the cat?
pet the cat.
Sorry?
I'm petting the cat. Nicky,
That should be worth stress relief. Petting the cat should be.
it should be.
Yeah, it should be. Oddly, it isn't, but it should be.
So the cat rolls on its back and shows you its toe beans. Boom! Stress gone.
Okay, so you bend down and pet the cat, and as you reach out your hand, it nuzzles against your hand and starts to purr. And you can make an observation check without any stress dice.
Okay.
It's gonna have a label on its neck. Property of Henry.
Right. So stress modifier -7. Okay. Now, I'm
Okay.
going to pick it up and look around it because I am interested in, like, is it hurt or what?
The cat.
I'm going to pick it up to try and push the roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay then. Okay, so you go to pick it up, and as you're just about to pick it up, and then sort of, and this squid thing just suddenly twitches, and it's like its tentacles just physically push its body up into the air, and it kind of like jumps up in the air.
No!
I shoot it.
Well, there's something you
In
don't
a
see
blur of
every day.
whipping tentacles, it just propels itself into away from you, strikes, bumps into the wall, and then disappears into a small vent.
What is it with cats and putting things that are
Fence
still
there,
alive
'cause
down
we
on the
didn't see no
floor?
fence, did we? Can we still hear the banging on the other side of the door? Because we're quite close to it.
Is that where you're going? So
No, I thought we were here, weren't we? We were here.
Yeah, okay then. Yeah. So no, you can't hear the banging on the door anymore.
So that might have been that thing.
And then the cat, it sidles up and sort of begins rubbing itself and sort of winding its way around your legs, Captain Luger's legs. Wow, wow.
Oh, I picked it up, didn't I? Yeah.
Well, you went to, but it
Yeah.
hissed and got zipped away from
right.
you because this thing was still alive.
God damn it.
Oh, and you get a stress.
Yeah,
Cats are very stressful.
that is stressful. I think it's added it. Because I'm now on stress 8.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Well,
Yeah, I'm very, very stressed. Why?
Who'd have a spaceship captain's life, honestly? See, we've only been on this station like 15 minutes.
You've got a cat to cuddle up
I
to.
agree. All of this has come from dealing with this crew. It's not with the situation, it's this crew. Trying
Wow.
to actually do something.
Yeah, remember, here's me being a consummate professional. Wow.
So that weren't afraid of the cat, was it?
I'll pick again. Try and pick the cat up. Try and calm it down whilst calming myself down.
Okay, so yeah, it lets you pick it up, and it's kind of nuzzle into. Wow, wow.
It does what? Let you do it.
Very angry cat.
Wow, wow.
Okay.
Cat's
The only
looking at me
cat-
strange.
it's obviously a space cat because it sounds like a Kawasaki 125.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I
right.
Jesus Christ.
I vote we use the cat as a decoy.
Are you going to do the snakes in the plane thing?
I'm just going to like when we see the alien, we can just like sling the cat at it.
Can we please get out of here?
I can hear that
No,
banging
because
again.
every time we try to go anywhere, there's radiation.
Well, the banging stopped down here, by the way, where we did come through. The banging stopped, so we could go through there again if you would like to, Sir Jade.
The corridor where the squid tentacle thing was.
Yeah, there's nothing banging there now.
We
Well,
could.
maybe it's
Moved away. Maybe it may have moved away, or it may have just gone back to lying.
Or
In a
maybe,
heap.
Open the door is just slumped, beside the door, all dejected.
It's like, nope, close the door again.
Nope. Well, I can't hear no banging. And it was banging. It was getting angry. Maybe the cat picked that up. That maybe.
Well, we've now 2 early warning systems. We've got the Geiger counter for the radiation, and we've got the cat for the squid things.
After you, Sir Jade. Or do you want me to go first? Would you like me to go first?
If we're worried about people getting hurt, why don't we send the synthetic first? Because it's less likely to be attacked because it's not like, a living, meaty, delicious, eatable thing.
Okay,
Right.
you cowards. I'll go first.
no. We'll send the cat first.
That's not very.
Well, because the cat's got a better chance of getting out of the way.
I mean, the cat seems to like them, and they like it. The guy was, they were playing. They were playing, dead creature, live creature with the cat.
Oh, Mr. Cat, I'm tired. Don't worry, murderous alien thing. I'll carry you for a bit.
I'll go ahead and open the door to the thing, gun in hand. Everybody be careful.
Could we partially open it?
Okay. No, it's either open or it's closed.
Yeah.
So, opening the door, you can see this thing sprawled across the floor at the far end of the corridor. Lying next to it, looking slightly mangled, is a synthetic.
Oh, we could talk to it.
So mangled, not eaten, you'll notice.
I mean, the creature's not. It would be very dangerous if the creature was able to take over this synthetic or understand it. I will cautiously move forward. I want to see if the synthetic is going to notice movement or me moving like forward and either warn me or try to engage with me.
Okay.
The sprawled out creature, I'm going to keep an eye out for him for any sudden movements. Gun is still in hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you cautiously approach, you can see there's no movement from either the synthetic or this creature, and as you get closer, you can see the synthetic is lying in a pool of its own fluid, this white milky fluid oozing out across the floor beneath it. It's in part of its inner workings, its insides been eviscerated, ripped to its almost its entire insides from its chest and stomach area, like just spilled out all over the floor. And this creature is covered in what look like burns, small, isolated, local burns, like black marks. And I would say, Sajad, you recognize these marks. They look like the marks of electroshock weapons.
Okay.
And both are dead.
Yeah. Why'd they? So I don't know if the electroshock contributed to its death, or if it didn't and it was something else. Because all right, do I see signs of the weapon anywhere? I mean, near the android or near the synthetic?
No, it has got a kind of a looks. So the android is dressed in the uniform of a correctional prison officer, and it has got like a weapons belt where you'd perhaps well, it's like a weapons belt, but there's no weapons on it.
Any long sticks that might be, electrical prodding sticks, like,
No, I mean you probably know that probably all of you know that that would be a standard, an electro prod of some kind, electro baton would be a standard equipment for a prison officer. But no, there's no sign of any weapons on him at all.
All right. Carefully step over this thing and let's go south.
I mean, you doubt. I mean, synthetics are stronger than a person, but you doubt that this synthetic could have taken this thing on its own.
It looks like there's a team or a group, and the synthetic took the first hit. And while it was distracted, they've managed to incapacitate it.
Yeah.
So there is someone else out there.
Yes, there is. Bruce.
So, reaching the door at the far end, you can see through the small viewing port. Oh no, they actually no, not on the because it's a bulkhead door. So yeah, you reach the bulkhead door at the other end of the causeway. Do you want to open it?
Yes.
And before we do, I'm going to swipe just in case. That's the Geiger counter.
Oh right, I wonder what you. Yeah. Yeah. So there's no readings. At least coming. There's no readings strong enough to come through this bulkhead door. And opening the door, it opens into a small junction area. So there's an intercom, there's a med kit station, and there is on the opposite side here is an emergency station, which contains it's like a glass-fronted cabin, like big walking cabinet kind of thing. Let's see, where are we? There we are. So yeah, inside you can see 4 compression suits. So do you recognize them as Eco 2 all-world system hostile environmental suits? There are 2 harpoon guns and 2 spools of 100-meter long line for use with the harpoon guns.
We should probably grab those, and if I'm in the closet, I'll start passing them back.
Okay, so who's taking a harpoon gun?
Who does not have a weapon?
I don't.
All right. It looks like Dr. Lark is grabbing one.
Who has the best? What are we going to use for that?
So it'll be ranged combat.
Ranged combat.
If you use it as a weapon, yeah. So
you can ignore that. Me being stupid.
Okay,
I did a
so
birthday pigeon back in the day. I'll may as well take one.
So yeah, so Lark takes one of the harpoon guns, and Navarre takes the other.
What about these suits? Are they stuff that we could carry or put in a stuff bag or something? Or are they?
No, you either have to wear them or too bulky. You have to wear them or not.
Okay.
Built, aren't they?
Yeah, it's good to remember where they are and.
Yeah,
all right,
maybe come back to this when we decide to go to Deck F or to get to the workshop.
So so a Eco 2 suit. It has built-in comms, an air supply, reinforced shell, and is designed for high pressure environments. It does have a limited range of mobility, so it does affect your mobility.
Well, we know where they are if we have to come back and get them in a hurry. Plus, there are probably other stations with suits like these. Let's get into the let's get into the medical area to see if we can get anti-rad pills and use the junction ladders to descend into H.
So I would say, so you, Sajad, you know, you probably are training with these suits. So as well, so like I say, it's got built-in comms. It's got a decent air supply. They're reinforced. It's designed for high pressure environments. It's a hard suit that is fully articulated rotary joints, self-actuating fingers, providing a limited range of mobility. Which it's got actual fingers rather than just like a mitten type thing. And the suit is designed for both vacuum and high pressure environments. The helmet has a sophisticated heads-up display built into it, and the suit has its own thrusters for tether-free zero-G maneuvers.
Oh, cool. Well, anybody change their mind and want to wear one of these bad babies?
I think, like I said, when we go to walking around the station at the moment, it would be a bit of a waste.
Yeah.
We'll keep this in mind, and we'll decide to go back for the materials to repair the ship.
Yeah.
We'll go
Very
ahead.
good.
I can still hear bang.
2 volunteers can put them on, and
you know what? It should probably be the volunteers should be the ones with the harpoon guns, because I think that'll be easy to operate with the suit. I don't think that these gloves are going to have the manual dexterity for firearms. Based on he said limited dexterity. Any volunteers? If not,
Are the harpoon guns two-handed?
Second range.
I guess they are.
Are they what? Sorry.
The harpoon guns, they two-handed.
Yes, it would be. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be useless, us wearing them. We've got to use two hands.
Okay.
You've got a pistol.
all right. I mean, I have thrusters on them, so I'll try to wear one. Does it seem like I can handle my pistol and still be a soldier while I'm wearing it, or is it kind of?
Yeah, no. So
more
if you wear one, it's not going to affect your ability to wield a weapon. No.
Okay, so I'll put one on since it might offer me a little bit more protection. And we'll see how it goes. I am not going to be using the air of it, so the helmet will be open in the meantime.
Yeah.
Okay,
so there we go. I'll give you a there you go. You've got an eco suit. It
and
gives you,
if we
it has,
carry
so it's reinforced. It has armor rating of 8.
Wow. Sure, nobody else wants one, but if not, then at least maybe the rest of you weekend at Bernie's it, so it makes it look like we have double our numbers.
So does that mean? So of course you will have to take off your ape suit if you're putting this on.
Yeah, but the ape suit is going to be easier to stuff in a bag or a pack.
Again, you either wear it or you don't. Or you don't. You can't really. If you carried it around, it basically you'd have to take up your. You have to carry it in your hand, almost like a body.
Right.
It's too big.
Okay, so then in that case,
okay, you're the only one with an ape suit, all right?
Yeah. So
yeah. Well, if somebody else wants the ape suit,
okay. Instead of taking a harpoon, I'll take this suit as well. Okay, I'll go fully kitted up.
So what you're taking on the eco suits or the Sajad's ape suit?
I'll take the eagle suit. And
Okay.
I'll carry the harpoon gun.
Okay. Let me just.
It might give me an opportunity as well to go look at some of these samples.
Okay, so that will take you make you encumbered. It'll take you over 50% of your weight limit.
That's
Of course, you can get rid of the full face rebreather.
because if I don't need to, yeah, this will have it built in, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll do that. I'll leave obviously not. I'll leave it in the locker.
Uh-huh. Okay, you're still overweight though.
Well, I know that. You know, man, it's just years of not caring anymore and just eating pies. For sake,
But
you know,
yeah, so that gives you
tell
that's
everybody the obvious.
That's it's encumbrance of 6.5 of a maximum of 12.
What the hell of a? Is it the harpoon gun?
The harpoon gun
That's 1
is
kilogram.
yeah, so that's a kilogram.
Yeah.
The key weighs nothing. Your detection kit weighs a kilogram. Your flashlight weighs half a kilogram.
What is it? Like a beat it over the head maglite?
Yeah, so it's like a big, heavy duty high beam. I mean, we're talking like 70, so it's like big chunky fucking thing. It's not like
Right.
it's not like a slimline LED thing. So them big, them big things got a handle and probably a huge battery pack underneath it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think the detection kit's more important than the flashlight.
Okay.
Is there anybody else got? Has everybody got one, or only certain people?
Only
Go on what?
So what I'll do is I'll take the rebreather, I'll take the torch, I'll put them in that locker where we find this stuff.
Okay.
If anyone wants to pick it up, it doesn't have one. Feel free.
Well, I mean, the flashlight is though the torch is going to be something that anybody can carry, so probably pass that on.
Well, apparently I
in
can't.
case. Well, somebody else can, I'm sure. And I'm gonna keep with the ape suit because it's impervious to caustic materials.
It is.
And it's much more maneuverable for me. So I prefer that to this. Yeah, thank you. So that'll keep my encumbrance
three
down.
people have some sort of protection.
So I could take a torch, but
Okay,
I think
so you're gonna take
yeah,
torch?
I think the doctors should be in that ape suit. It'll help them move. It'll give them extra armor.
Okay,
I
so
don't want to sacrifice mobility.
Okay, so Sajad, you've got the ape suit. You keep your ape suit, and you've taken the professor's high beam flashlight.
Yeah.
Okay. And Professor Navarra, you've decided to take one of the eco suits.
Yep. I have a harpoon gun.
Harpoon gun and a hostile environmental suit. Anybody else taking anything? So Dr. Light's got a harpoon gun.
Is there any medicine around I can take? Like you said it is.
There is another medikit.
Okay, I'm loading up on them. Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
For anyone else who needs it.
Oh, if I need it, I'm glad you have it.
Okay, so
I'll be able to go through your suit though.
So yeah, you're now carrying 4 personal medikits.
Yeah, it's actually enough for all of us.
Anybody else taking anything from this locker?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
So Sergeant Sajid is wearing his ape suit. Professor Navarra is wearing one of these big, articulated, heavily armored eco suits.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool.
What is that noise?
Stop talking about noise. Let's get to the med bay.
I don't know.
We have the junction there and probably get some radiation tablets. Like I said before, that Geiger counter keeps going off like a firecracker on Independence Day.
I haven't heard it for a while.
Okay, so you're heading down the east corridor. We'll just use north, south, east,
Yeah.
west, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, so you come so you head through the doors and you come to a junction. So the south corridor heads down to the corrections facility where you and the junction 8 where you first entered the station, and the corridor to your left heads towards med bay. Infirmary,
Med
the
bay.
inmate infirmary.
Mhm.
So you're heading that way. So you head down that passageway, and as you approach the doors, you can see and feel the heat. And you can see through the viewports, even though there's like a set of double door, like like isolation airlock type doors for quarantining the infirmary if necessary. You can clearly see there is the whole place is just consumed in plasma fire.
Wow.
Let's not go this way anymore, guys. But I mean, we don't know where the radiation goes from there. Let's.
So there's no radiation currently being picked up on the
Right.
Gaia counter.
Yeah. Still plasma fire. Shall we head west to the western area?
Mhm.
Looks like there is a junction ladder there as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you head back. So which way are you going? Taking the right corridor or the left corridor?
Right, please.
The right corridor towards the corrections office.
Yeah. And the security armory galley, I think that'll relieve stress if I have something good to eat.
Okay, so as you head up this corridor, round this corner towards the corrections office, in front of the standing in guarding the doors are two correctional facility androids. They are upgraded versions of Working Joes, designed more for more with combat in mind rather than just as manual laborers.
Oh, thank goodness. What could you tell us about what happened here?
Okay, so let me get me here. Let's see. So
Come on, SLF, answer.
So you can see that both of them, like the one that you saw in the causeway, it's got this like a weapons belt on. Hanging from the belt is a stun baton. They're wearing a Kevlar riot vest. You can see tear gas canisters on the belt, and held in the hands is a Supernova dual action electrostatic shotgun.
Wow.
So as you approach and Sajad calls out to them, one of them steps forward. Its eyes start flashing red.
Whoa! Oh, stop! Look, I'll take out my Supernova dual action exostatic shotgun. No, we're the good guys. Why are your eyes red? Is that a good thing with you or not?
Okay, so as you draw your weapon, they both shoulder the weapons. Put down weapons. Submit for identification.
All right, I'll sling my weapon and I will submit my identification.
Okay, so one of the synthetics, one of the androids, he walks forward and without any kind of subtlety, just grabs the back of your hair by the scuff of your,
Hey!
like by the hair on the back of your head and yanks you forward.
Yeah. Hey! Relax.
And you feel his hand. You feel his hand grasping the back of your neck,
Ooh.
and then he releases you. And then he steps
right.
forward to the next person. Is anybody going to?
Everybody, show them the back of your necks. Make sure they're not tattooed. Just show them the back of your necks, guys.
Right, do what he says.
Yeah, just
Okay. So in turn, this android comes to you and scrutinizes the back of your neck, and then after checking each of you, its eyes go white again. Stop flashing red. Excuse me.
What? Do you let all creatures pass unless they have tattoos on the back of their neck? What about the squid-like creatures, the ones with many tentacles, the ones that kill all humans?
You are no designated convicts, no hostile organism. What is your business?
We're a party of research doctors. I'm their escort.
Identification.
I pass my identification card to him, which I assume has an electronic component to it.
And Captain Luby,
Slide it between his teeth.
you of course have identification for.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they examine this identification again. Their eyes flashing red as they scan the cards.
do you have to like use the chip and pin, or can you just tap?
And then they stand aside, and one of them presses the door controls, and the door slides open.
Do you realize that the station is under attack? It's overcome by creatures. What can you tell us about these things?
The warden's here, I'll say.
They're glorified door openers.
He's probably going to be able to tell us more.
Yeah. All right. I'll pass through the open doors then if there's no more dialogue to be had with them.
Okay. So as you pass through the doors, one of them follows you through. The other one stays outside. The doors close behind. Again, you've got these two connecting doors with kind of like small corridor in between, and he escorts you into the junction. So it's a wide junction corridor. In the center, there's a ladder that descends down to the deck below, to deck G below. And looking down, you can see it descends through deck G down to H. At least as far as deck H.
Guys, you know what? I smell hospital food. We should probably have a bite to eat. Looks like there's some Swanson trays in the room to the north. Why don't we just quickly take 10 minutes to eat and fortify ourselves for the rest of the mission that we have? And I'll head north.
Seems like a
to the
good idea
galley.
because we've been in this station now quite a few hours, haven't we?
Yeah, probably. So as you mentioned the galley, the cat jumps down out of your arms, Captain, the captain's arms, and it trots off into the kitchen, and you hear something. Where have you been, Adrian? Where have you been? I hope you've not been with. With Chase.
Who is that? Doctor?
And suddenly this guy comes through. What's it look like? Where are you? There he is. There he is. So this guy who is dressed in like a cook's uniform. We got the whites of a chef, and he's got an apron on. So are you?
Sajad, I mean, we're here. We're part of Dr. Navarre's team. What the hell happened to this place?
You're better off talking to the warden.
We're better off getting off of this place. I'm gonna scrutinize him. Is he a synthetic?
It doesn't appear to be. If he is a synthetic, then it's incredibly
okay.
it's a convincing one. But yeah,
All right.
It's
I'll ask him. What are you, a synthetic? Do you not realize what's happened on this ship? The creatures, what were they experimenting with? We better speak to the warden. We got to get off this place. This place is dying.
you speak to the warden. I got meals to prepare.
Well, we could use a bite to eat. You have any granola bars there or something?
Sure. I'll bring you something through. So and he turns to the android and says, "Unit, take them through to see the warden."
Where is the warden?
He's in this compound, isn't he?
So the android says, "Follow."
All right. Is he taking us further in?
Yeah. So he leads you in.
Okay.
Through the junction into this corridor that runs, well, as you can see, so it runs up towards Bay 1.
Yeah.
With an outer airlock. You can see the bullpen, which is where the prison officers would like sit behind like a protective glass panel. And you got the detention rooms, but it leads you into a detention room that seems to be repurposed into somebody's quarters. And sat behind a desk is, Captain Luger. You recognise it's Warden Sykes.
Yeah.
Captain. Good to see you.
I would say the same, but we've been having nothing but a nightmare.
You've encountered some of the convicts, have you? Running riot.
Those weren't convicts, Warden. I don't know what the hell they are. That maybe I don't know. One of the Colonel Doctor or someone else can tell you a bit more about it. But
Yes, well, I'm well aware of the situation. It's
well, for God's sake, tell us. We've almost had our ship annihilated.
It's that damn meteorite they brought in. The science team they brought in from that was orbiting the black hole. There were these lights, Hesselden lights or whatever they call them. I don't know. They brought these lights were all swarming around this meteorite. So we brought it into the hangar bay on Terminal 1. And things just went from bad to worse after that. These creatures, these things, they seem to be infesting the station.
Right.
But more importantly, the convicts, led by Wicks, they broke out. They staged a full-scale rebellion. A lot of my people are dead. Some of the androids have gone offline. Some of them are malfunctioning.
Right.
So I need you, Captain, to help me deal with this situation.
We can't. I'm one person. I'm not even a soldier. There's Sajad here, and he's tasked with keeping these
military man. Excellent.
No. Hang on. First of all, this is supposed to be a cushy job. I mean, I've seen my share of business, but this is I'm merely here to escort. I am not equipped to handle a full prison insurrection. I mean, surely your security droids should be up to that task, whatever are left. Plus, you do realize that, I mean, many of your convicts have been killed by these octopus creatures. I mean, do you not see the writing on the wall? Why Why isn't that your primary concern?
Says I've lost at least half of my synthetics. I'm down to a skeleton crew of maybe 15, 16. But
We got to get out of here. You can't stay here.
Wicks,
We have a ship.
she's a danger. She's a threat. She
We
can't
gotta
be
leave Wicks.
can't be allowed to continue this insurrection.
We got to get off this heap of rust. There's nothing more that can be done here. We got to get our ship repaired. You can come with us and get out and take your 16 synthetics with you if you like. But we got to get out of here. We need the synthetics to bring
You think
us
I'm
the
going to
materials
abandon
to
my
the ship.
station?
The station is
I
no
have a
longer a
duty to
station.
maintain order here on Erebus, and I intend to fulfill that duty. I shall put this insurrection down and will not stop until Wicks hangs at the end of a rope. We'll do it the old-fashioned way.
What
Warden,
about the
sorry to
organic
interject.
beings?
You do
No,
realize that
please
this
do.
station is heavily damaged. There's plasma fire.
How do you expect me to carry out repairs until this situation is brought under control?
And also, there's a biological contagion.
I'm aware of this situation. My priority, sir, is to put down Wicks.
While I appreciate your
Now, if you are here to assist, I appreciate your assistance, your help in this matter. But if you are here to get in my way,
we were happily not getting in the way of you sitting in your office, hiding behind the door with your 2 droids. I don't understand where this random aggressions come from, considering the fact you were expecting us to
I'm
arrive.
fighting a war here. I'm not here to look at bacteria in some petri dish like you pathetic science team that got us in this mess in the first place.
Okay.
I
seem
think
to
this
get a bit of
conversation
an
over.
impasse here. How's about this, Warden? We help you contain Wicks. In return, you use your resources with the androids to help us fix the Ceterina and get us out of here.
Well, some sense. Yes, that sounds agreeable, an agreeable situation.
I think we can make this work.
You bring me Wicks. I don't care if she's dead or alive. You bring me her, and I'll do whatever I can to help.
Okay. So tell us where she is, who she's got with her, what we can expect.
I've got Crash out with a team of our officers searching the decks below here. He hasn't reported back yet.
Right.
But we have a good idea. She's definitely in one of the decks, one of the lower decks. We managed to round up some of the inmates, and they've been my staff are interring them back in their cells.
Okay. But half of the station's on fire. You can't get to half of the cells.
Well, that cuts down the search area, doesn't it, Captain?
I guess it does.
You do realise, Warden, that some of these insurgents or prisoners or convicts you have been turned into these things.
And what? And who are you? And what proof have you of that?
What proof I have?
Yes.
Sir Jade, it jumped him and he killed one of our crew members. He bashed its head in against the table.
And where is this person?
He is up on
B in it.
B deck, and his head's been smashed in on a table. Myself and Sir Jade witnessed it firsthand, and he jumped down.
This was a person, was it? This was one of the.
Yes, it had inmates' clothes on it, in it looked like a mutant.
Well, there is a large, I don't know if you've noticed, but there is a large sections of the station that are suffering quite severe radiation breaches.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't alter the fact that I am focused on apprehending Wicks and a gang of insurrectionists. If some prisoners fall victim to some infection, radiation leak, and burned in the plasma fires that are raging across certain sections of the station, good. Makes my job a hell of a lot easier.
How do you know Wicks is still alive? Have you had proof of she's still alive? You asked me for proof. Where's your proof?
That has got nothing to do with you.
It has.
If you are here to help, then help. Otherwise, get out of my office.
The man talks sense. Let's go. We've got to find Wicks.
No. We'll help him. Let's just go to the armory to make sure that we're equipped to handle the insurrection.
I can supply you with arms. Because this is a correctional facility, we only have shock weapons, which you seem to be carrying. Some of you seem to be carrying already. But
Yeah,
I'm happy to supply you with weapons if you need them.
All right, let's grab a bite. Your excellent chef has already offered to make us something to eat. We'll equip ourselves here. We'll eat something, and then we'll go out to stop the insurrection. And I'm like looking at Dr. Navari, and rolling my eyes.
Yeah, I sort of know I'm going to start walking out again because this man's in it.
Well, I mean, Dr. Navari, you don't get the job of top dog in such a dump by being a good dog.
No,
or a smart dog.
I was going to suggest.
I don't know who's more being punished: the prisoners who have to stay here, or the warden and the guards that have to watch them.
It's starting to make sense why the organism was brought here. I just have concerns of why we were brought here afterwards with so limited information. That warden is contemptible.
Yes.
He's delusional.
It's a classic civil servant syndrome who's, let's say, never had to deal with a crisis.
Hey,
anyway,
look at the bright side. Tomorrow he'll wake up and everything will be back to normal and all better.
Let's focus on solving our problem.
Yeah.
And then we can worry if we have time and ability to investigate this contagion.
Didn't those plasma guns or those electric guns, stun guns or whatever, didn't they damage the squid thing and kill it? Possibly.
It looked like that android had to self-destruct in order to do any damage to it, to be honest.
No. These are, I'm guessing these two androids here must have shot that. That they had stun mark. They had
yeah, they had the same thing like I have here on me. Yeah, let's all equip ourselves with those. But guys, they're only good when these things are really close up. And if they're really close up, I think we're already dead. Still,
I sort of
better die with a rifle in your hand.
I think I will stay with this.
Yeah.
Better to die with a rifle in your hand than a private investigator.
So I presume this conversation is taking place outside of
Yeah, we're well.
Static's office. Yeah.
Yeah,
So one of the
we're all
androids.
eating.
No, I think actually, do you know what? Probably more fun just to have it right in front of him as if he's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll relieve stress that way. You stupid fucking idiot.
No, just to completely disregard him as if he doesn't exist.
Exactly.
Just talk about him.
Oh man.
So the android that's is still stood between says, "This way, I will release equipment from the armory as the warden has suggested."
Thank you. What is your designation?
01. Correctional officer 01.
COO1. Very good.
And without him answering and waiting, he walks up the corridor towards the security armory. He inputs a code far too fast for you to see what it is, and opens this armored door, revealing a room lined with weapon racks. Inside, you can see more than enough equipment. There are Kevlar vests, tear gas grenades, stun batons, and electroshock pistols and rifles.
Might grab a Kevlar vest, please.
Yeah, I think we should probably put Kevlar vests. Those probably
So
can go
Kevlar,
under.
the Kevlar can't be combined with any other suits. You can only wear one.
Okay. Then
I'm not wearing a suit, am I?
No,
there you're not.
but Professor Navari and Sajada.
It's Flea gone. Is he all right?
Oh, we lost him.
Yeah, I don't know.
did
where
we?
he's
Put
gone.
him a message. Where is he gone?
Oh,
Yeah, I'll message him.
Yeah, he's not in the side thing.
Oh,
that's weird.
no, I never noticed it disappeared. That sounds terrible.
That
No, he's
does
not.
sound- What kind of friend are you?
He's not in Foundry either. No, he's gone. He's gone completely.
He
I
gone.
just sent him a message, see if he's all right.
So Dr. Larky takes a suit of Kevlar breastplate, riot vest rather. Is anybody else wanting a vest, Kevlar vest?
No, I've got enough to carry. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
can.
start.
Sort of wage it. Go.
I haven't finished with my shopping lists. I'll have. Go ahead.
No, after you got a shopping list. I haven't.
Yeah, I have a shopping. Of course I do. I'm going to take a stun pistol because that'll be
Okay.
easy for me to carry.
Okay.
I'm going to take. Give me a baker's dozen of shock grenades. Are they shock grenades?
No, they're tear gas.
Okay, tear gas. Then
So
also give me
they
a
give
gas
you
mask.
Two. There's no gas mask
What's
they
the
can
use
give
of
you-
having tear gas without a gas mask?
because they don't need them.
They're androids.
Of course they don't need them. Crap. And these things aren't going to be okay.
I can take them.
So they give you the android issues you with 2 tear gas grenades.
You have a backpack over there?
So they give you a belt that you can hang the grenades on, and a pistol.
Guys, maybe grab some more of those tear gas grenades. I mean, that's not going to be used against these things, whatever they are. But if any prisoners try to get in our way, or can use them for escape purposes,
We don't know
and
what. We do not know what effect the tear gas has on these mutant things, do we?
And I still do recommend the electrostatic pistols as opposed to the shotguns, because they will go farther. So, and they will be lighter. So I highly recommend anybody that does not have a pistol grab grab one.
Can I grab a belt with a couple of grenades and a pistol, please?
You can. Oh, shit.
Thank you.
1 second. So, Lark wants a. Dr. Lark, you a couple of tear gas grenades and a ES4 pistol. Oops, that's not ES4. ES4.
Does that be on the belt, won't it? I'm guessing.
Yeah, go on the belt. Yeah.
Corrections Officer 01, please provide extra reloads for electrostatic pistol, please, as well as reload for electrostatic shotgun.
So he passes you a single reload for your pistol and for your rifle. Anybody else taking anything from the armory?
Yeah, I've got.
Grab those reloads.
I'll get a reload if possible, please.
Okay, so it gives you a reload for your pistol. A single reload.
I ain't got nothing from Flea. He's offline on Discord.
Yeah, right. Yeah, maybe his internet went down.
Yeah, maybe.
What's internet?
It's internet.
It's the magic stuff that brings people together, and we all get along better because of it.
I should get my wife some internet.
Okay, so nobody else taking anything from the armory?
Well, we're gonna outfit Flea.
Oh, reload.
Dr. Lark, grab yourself a electrostatic shotgun, please, in case you
How
have
many
to
more
handle.
guns? How many more guns can I carry? I'm not an octopus. I've got a harpoon gun and I've got my pistol.
You're strong.
Where do you expect me to put it? On my head?
Is there any gaffer
You mean
tape?
Yeah.
you weren't upgraded with a head
Do
of
you know
holding?
those beer hats? You know, with the 2 cups.
Exactly.
We'll have that.
Yeah.
Except they're canister grenades.
Yep. And you put a little thing, it goes.
I just strapped it to my shoulder, yeah?
I mean, yeah, they do have straps so you can sling it over your shoulder.
Oh, I'll just sling one over my shoulder.
Yeah.
then.
If you're taking rifles.
Corrections Officer 01, please provide handcuffs and tie wraps, riot cuffs.
Tie wraps would be easier.
So the android informed you they don't have those. They just stun. They just electroshock the prisoners into submission, if necessary.
What wasn't for the prisoners, it was for me and my lady friend later tonight. But okay, I understand.
But yeah, they don't have any cuffs. They just literally, yeah, they're not. They're a bit on the heavy-handed side.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough.
Tear gas them and then go in and stun them all.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, I feel a lot better with reloads and grenades and armor and food. I'm going to reduce 17 stress, which means I only have 17 stress left.
So you have been. So you will get some. You will get some stress relief because you've been in this this place, which is probably the safest place you've been so far. So you will get some stress back. I'll let you know how much stress you get back before you leave the area. Is Captain Luger? Sorry, Captain Luger, not taking anything from the armory then?
Not really, because I'm virtually encumbered anyway, and I've got a bunch of things like a bolt gun and a pistol. So
okay.
Yeah, I would like armor, but not to the point where I can't run. So,
so what happens when you're encumbered? If if you try to run or anything, you have to make a mobility check, and if you fail, then you either can't move or you have to drop stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does make sense. It's a bit of an issue. Okay, so you gather all your equipment. Gather equipment from the armory, and then the correction officer 01 locks the armory back up.
Yep.
And escorts
the password is 01.
and escorts you back towards the entrance. And as you're passing
No,
the galley,
corrections officer 01, we're going to be in the bullpen. Why don't you bring us the meals the chef has prepared for us?
so he kind of looks at you for a moment. There's no reply, and then he motions you towards the bullpen, and then turns and walks back down the corridor.
Okay. Now that we're in the bullpen alone without this thing, is there anything in here? I'm going to spend some time to search. Packs, bags, jackets of that say corrections office, like anything that I might be able to find.
So there's no equipment in here, but there are there's a number of desks, and they all face a centralized, transparent wall, like a screen that that displays a blueprint view of the station, which is similar to the side view and it's a side view and the maps of each deck of the station, and also monitors showing all areas of the station.
Okay, I'm going to take out my Nokia flip phone and take pictures so that I have it, handy.
Certainly have a look through the monitors. Is there anything unusual on them?
Well, where do you want to look? There's the station's a big place.
I would say the factory area where we kind of need the material from.
So the factory complex.
Mm.
Well, I will show you the factory complex. That is a factory complex. No, that's in fact you can't see it. You have to activate it. So there we go. That's a factory complex.
Oh,
Nice.
Wow.
So it depends where you want to look.
I guess.
So the black line, the black areas of the corridors or space.
Yeah, I guess port and starboard workshops.
Port and starboard workshops. Let's see, where are we?
Oh, they're there. I think here. There's a port workshops there.
Okay, so there is no camera feed from any of the port sections of the deck. The blueprint is showing there's like a red flashing on the blueprint, and presumably like there was so there was damage there. So there's probably most likely plasma fires consumed most of that, because it's consumed the plasma fires burning through about 3 decks at the minute, 3 decks deep, slowly burning its way through the station. So the starboard workshop, it's a fully equipped, so there's no damage here. It's a fully equipped machine shop, and there is nobody there.
Okay. Right. Is there any kind of cameras near the power collection cells? Because they're something we need, aren't they? External power cell storage ring. It's on the outer ring.
Oh, okay. So that's on the exterior of the ship, of the station.
Right.
So there's no camera feed to that.
Am I right in saying that's part of the stuff we need to fix?
Well, let me. I think I did not give you a list, because you made a list of the things, didn't you?
Well, you did tell me, but
so power cells. I'll tell you what. I'll put it into. So let me. I'll just put it into chat, and you can copy it as you wish. I just need to edit it. In fact, I'll not edit it there, because that's going to be awkward. I'll do it in Notepad and then copy it in there.
I've created a journal entry.
There we go. So there you go. That's the regards the power cells.
Okay.
Excuse me.
And then the thruster compression coil. And,
Oh, I read that as if it was the actual sales we're going to get. No, it's okay.
and that's the information you have about the thruster compression coil. And then, of course, you need to cut the ship free of the superstructure.
But the suits are, the EV vehicle.
Yeah, you need an
We
EV.
saw it on the way in.
You either need to do a spacewalk with some heavy cutting tools, which are not, which are more like industrial versions of the cutting torch, like a really big rig, or you need an EVA that's equipped with cutting tools.
Yeah, we saw the solos on the way in, so that seems like the easier option.
And I believe so. Yeah, you had you had checked out. Well, I think it was you checked with Mother. So there is two EVA pods in off the what's it called? I forgot what it's called. Off the corrections, connected to the corrections office. Bay 1, Bay 001 contains two EVA pods.
Excuse you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
Not a lot this time of year. Not a lot going about.
Right.
So, but yeah, so you're sat in the bullpen, looking over the blueprints, checking through the cameras. When the chef, the cook, comes in, and he kind of looks around, checks there's nobody about, and says, "Fucking hell! I'm so glad you're here. You managed to make it on board. Is there any chance you can get me off this shit old fucking station? The warden's gone fucking psycho. He's just obsessed with wicks."
Yeah.
I says, "Oh, here you are." And he hands. He carries. Got this tray, and he puts his tray down with a bowl of stew for each of you.
Listen, can you go tell corrections officer 01 that you're also authorized to take weapons out of the armory and come join us. We'll get out together. I mean, it's.
I ain't going out there unless it's safe.
What do you mean unless it's safe? We're not going to come back for you. Once we go get the materials to get our ship repaired, we're leaving. We're not coming back for anybody else. My responsibility is to Dr. Navarre and his team. And he is my first priority. I'm not going to risk any of them by coming back and trying to find people with those creatures running around.
What do you mean? You're not going to come back?
We're going to call for help when we can. Come with us.
I'm a fucking cook. I don't know how to shoot a gun. Why do you think I'm holed up here? Because it's safe. It's protected. Those things that are out there, the convicts, they can't get in here.
That's not the convicts I'm worried about getting in here. Don't you understand? Haven't you seen them? Haven't you heard the shrieks? The screams? It's not natural. It's not normal. It's not from convicts.
And then there's that heartbeat.
Haven't you seen the things floating around in space?
So you're just going to leave me here?
No, come with us.
I'm
s-
not
we're
going
armed
out there. I'm
to the
not fucking suicidal. You think I am? I mean,
Okay.
and how are you going to protect me? You what? You're one soldier, and these pen
Fine.
pushers.
Fine. You've convinced me. The morality of it is compelling me. We will clear the area, and before we leave with our ship, we will come for you. While
Good.
everybody else is repairing the ship and we've cleared the area, I'll come back to get you once it's safe. And I look at Dr. Navari and I roll my eyes.
Well, I appreciate that.
No, listen, you've talked sense into me.
I don't want I don't want to sound unappreciative. I really do appreciate it, but I've been no good out there. I'm telling you, this was the biggest mistake I've ever made signing up to this job. The pay is not worth it.
Tell me about it.
So, Captain Luger knows me. I'm a good man.
You are.
But I'm
Listen, we need to repair our ship one way or another, and if we get help, as much as I don't necessarily like the idea, helping clear out this Wix, we can get access to the androids. We're a lot more efficient than we are carrying out heavy duty work. So there's every reason to help the warden, as batshit as he is.
well, look. If anything changes, anything goes off here, I'll try and get word to you. I can do that at least.
We'll not leave you while I'm here. But we're in a dangerous situation. You got to watch yourself.
Yeah. Anyway, enjoy the food. It's it's the best I've got, but well, enjoy. And he kind of like almost like bows and scrapes a little bit almost, and sort of is a little bit awkward, backs out the room, smiling, nodding at you, and then turns and hurries off down the corridor, the cat following after him. And you hear him saying, if you've been hanging around with Crash again, I'm gonna skin you alive, cat.
Oh,
I just I scratch my head and go, have I upset somebody? Did I fail a quota? I just can't quite put my finger on it. Was somebody that desperate to be after my position? As I look around this station and go, yeah, somewhere I've made an enemy and I don't know why.
Doctor, this is...
I need to investigate this further and contemplate if we get out of this.
Yeah. Let's chunk it down. I was being serious. I think it's frigging suicide for us, but if we can at least try and give him the idea that we're helping him.
Oh, I understand completely. I am starting to realize more and more what a posting to the station means, and I'm a little upset that for some reason I was deemed worthy of this appointment.
What do you think it means? I'm not sure I follow.
This is obviously some form of punishment posting. And I don't know why we're here as a second research team. If it's just too unorthodox, the whatever's happened here is too done by off the cuff. It doesn't make sense.
Okay.
There's no way the protocols could be breached. Doesn't matter how dangerous an organism is. This is just rampant, dare I say it, stupidity. You do not send a team, a normal functioning scientific methodical team would not have allowed this to happen. the instability of this station for a start is not a good location. I don't understand why there wasn't a separate research station off, at least at a safe distance. There's something not adding up here. And I don't know what we have done to be sent to this.
Maybe
And
the
I'm beginning
plasma collection.
I'm talking
Was-
about the organism we were sent to study.
I know, but maybe maybe they wanted it to be around the plasma collection for some reason. Is it possible?
Hands up if you're a plasma expert on this team.
No, I
precisely.
just fly the ship.
Precisely. There's
Like,
something
why
not right
else?
here. I don't think we have any allies.
No, damn
As
right.
I investigate this further, something has happened. We are expendable. I don't like to say that. I don't like to believe it. I have been nothing but diligent in my duties throughout my career. I have not been political or a ladder climber, so to speak. It just was natural. I got the positions I did. But somewhere along the line, we have been deemed an expendable team to cover something up. And I don't like it. I actually take offense at the fact that we have been sent here to clean up somebody else's mess, if possible. Maybe it's all entirely possible that the Weyland-Yutani has not known the extent of the stupidity involved with this, but I doubt it. The company is far too good at covering its tracks, and when it puts funding in the research, it does so with purpose.
So it's probably worth pointing out as well, the life forms that you were sent here to study were the things that were in the med lab on deck. Is it deck C? That's what we referred to as the Heselden lights. You know, those that were in that big glass canister, and the same lights that were observed flying around and exhibiting intelligent behavior. They were like flying around this meteorite that they brought on board the station.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
these put these small, like almost like
Once again,
plasmatic points of light that were exhibiting intelligence.
a bacterium is only visible under a microscope, yet can do untold damage. We don't know what these things do if come in contact with biological material. We don't know what was in the meteor that was brought on board. Once again, there's a huge amount of foolishness involved here. And it doesn't make sense why Weyland-Yutani would send a bunch of fools to carry out such an important task. I guess we shall see. Shall we carry on with the task and at least try and get away alive?
And of course,
do
that
that,
was
then-
was that as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, Sajad, we've got access to the floor plans here. As a military soldier, what's the best way of getting down there?
Well, let's see if we could find anybody else on their PDTs.
We've got
there must be a.
got access.
Sorry,
to
go ahead.
Got access to monitors.
But they could have PDTs and they could be turned into a mutant. You didn't know, do you?
No, but we'll see where there's a concentration, who's there, what they're doing, if they're still, like, if they haven't moved since the last time I've checked them out. So if possible, I'm going to kind of try to do an inventory of the known.
There's no terminal in here. All there is this this blueprint, this screen with the big blueprints on, and then there's the facility to cycle through security cameras of places on the station.
Okay. All right. I was hoping.
So
But you
what
can't.
about
But basically, you can. If there's an area on the station, if you can go to the terminal landing page and where the maps are,
Okay.
and if there's an area on the station that you want to look at with the security cameras, I just say, and you can look at it.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I understand. I think we use junction J5, F to go down. Let's see. J5 will take us to. And I don't see the maps from there because you don't have them up there for me to load now. But if you can add them to load, like, because now we have the maps, that might facilitate more decision making.
So if you go to,
or you know, we know we need to use these anyways. So I'll use the junction. I suggest we use the junction here while that's protected to go down. I'm wondering if the corrections officer will be able to give us the locations of the counterparts that are alive, and if they can report in any issues or trouble areas that they've encountered.
Yeah. Said he were looking, he'd gone down and he hadn't come back, didn't he?
yeah, and he's not heard from him either.
Yeah. Is there a camera feed for the place where there's the concentration of PDT?
There is cameras in every section of the station. So if you want, like I say, if you go to the if you go to the terminal landing page and then the left-hand screen, that you can see the that image of the station. Double click on it, it'll bring up every single map in the place, and you could just all you got to do is ask what is to look. Look at the map and tell me where you want to look.
Right. Okay.
So you can bring up a map of every single deck of the ship from there.
All right. Thank you.
Which is essentially what you can do in this room. And you just like I say, just if there's one spot, one place on the ship that you want to you got there's all the tags. So if you just name a spot that you want to have a look at through the cameras, I'll tell you what you can see through the cameras. Yeah. If there's anything to see and if the cameras are functioning.
I can't zoom in on it, but we're going to look at deck G on the starboard side. Basically, there's an area of the station where there's a big concentration of PDTs.
Yeah, that's on the starboard hangar deck where the power is being diverted to.
Yes. Is there a security feed to that?
There is. It's also where the meteorite was brought on board.
Can I have a look at that, please?
You can indeed. 1 second. So that is a deck G. Yeah, deck G. And on the main, so deck G, the main concourse.
Yeah.
Very
much under his feet.
Terminal 1. And what area of the terminal?
I can't see it in enough detail.
So you can use, if you use the drag arrow at the bottom right, you can drag it out to make the map bigger. Or you can
maybe what I go, where the first aid kit is, look across that way diagonally to go on.
So there's the standard hangar bay. I'll tell you what, I'll bring up the you wanting to look at that level, so I'll just bring it up on the thing. Deck G, where are we? Main concourse, deck G.
Yeah, I think it's standard hangar bay. Yeah.
Okay.
So the starboard hangar deck is where you're wanting to look, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So
sorry, go on, Jake.
I think G3, like where we are now, F3 will bring us to G3.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm not sure, and then we can kind of make sure that that there's no no whatchamacallit.
Yeah, so the junction that's in the corrections office would bring you to junction
G5.
5 here. Yeah.
Okay. Make sure there's no radiation there. Bulk storage units, get whatever we can.
So the camera feed, so the cameras all on the like starboard side, on this side, the terminal one side are all functioning. The cameras on the opposite side, around terminal 2, none are working.
All melted.
The burning. Yeah.
So in terminal 1, so looking through the camera, you can see there's this large hangar deck.
Yeah.
For receiving ships internally. You've seen, you know what it looks like. You've been there on previous visits. So it's ships, smaller ships can access it via a dorsal side airlock that allows the small ships to actually go, land inside the hangar bay. But there's also docking port 1 where you would normally dock with the umbilical from the ship. So looking through the cameras, you can see that it seems that the artificial gravity in the starboard hangar deck has failed. And you can see 10, 15 bodies that they're not moving. So either unconscious or dead, floating around in this large bay compartment. Some of them you assume must be dead because their necks are twisted at an unnatural angle. You can see there's 3 EVA pods and several drum-sized batteries. The batteries that are also floating around.
Right.
In the center here, you can probably see this white circle is that's directly under the massive dorsal pressure doors is a large crusted mass with biomechanical tendrils rooting it to the deck.
Oh.
And it pulses with a light, an inner light. As it barely fits inside the hangar deck.
Damn. Said, look at this. Look at this.
What could have killed all of them like that? Look at the necks. They're like.
I don't know. It must have been the tentacles or something. I don't know.
But
those are the batteries we need, and those are the pods that we can use to take them.
Well, if we need them, we have no choice. That's where we have to go.
That's right below our feet.
Can I'll try and see
what about from there to the ship? Let's see if we could see if there are cameras. Map out the best way to, once we have the materials, get to the ship.
Well, the ship's above us, isn't it?
Yeah. So do we have cameras that we can check out from here to see where the ship is and if anything has changed?
So yeah, you can going through the cameras, going through it by deck to looking, checking the cameras that give you the direct route. I mean, you see, it's on deck F where you are. So you either where the ship is entangled.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it looks, the corridors, almost every corridor that you check, if that has a camera feed, is empty and quiet.
It's a good sign. It's a good sign. Means we make our move now.
Not all areas, the camera feeds aren't functioning on every single area. Some areas you presume it seems obvious that it's because of the damage. They're located in damaged areas of sections of the station. But some cameras aren't functioning in areas that don't appear to have suffered like any major damage.
While we're scrolling through the cameras, can I see where the research station was set up, or the research area?
So the med lab on deck C was where the research was being carried out.
Yeah.
Right.
As well as I mean the thing that they were studying is this meteorite, this object that's that's in the starboard hangar deck.
Yes, so they've basically brought a contaminant into an unsterilized, unrepaired place to study.
So this object is the thing that those lights will kind of swarming around.
Why wasn't the station or the research lab set up on the hangar deck, and why weren't contamination protocols put in place?
That would.
I'm using saying this out loud as I'm scrolling through or watching the screen and looking where it is.
That we can't answer. We've got a choice to make. We either abandon the fugitives for now and try and get the cells, battery cells, or we try and find the fugitives and abandon that for now, because if that thing's alive, which it looks like it is, how the hell do we deal with it?
What are we going to do to stop that thing? We can't do nothing. We need to get, if we are going to do anything, we need to get as much support for our cause and get us and anyone else off this ship, on our ship, who's still alive. That's the main priority. So I would say help the warden out so we can get numbers to help us out. So to carry things to our ship.
Captain, how many people could your ship comfortably hold, and would we need to bring extra stasis cryo sleep chambers on board, and are there portable ones? That's going to be there's no point making false promises.
Yeah,
sure. It's can take up to 8 crew. I'm guessing that is the passenger limit, isn't it?
Yeah. And you can't travel.
Nothing in storage.
It's like a massive tube that fires and sucks in plasma.
So the ship is huge, but the actual sort of habitable sections of the ship is only a small.
Nothing to be retrofitted.
Yeah, like 90% of that ship is a giant tube that sucks plasma.
Yeah, plasma converter.
So with that being said, I would suggest caution about approaching too many people and making promises. I just, from experience, that can only lead to disaster, and judging where we are, possible aggression, and we might be the ones left behind.
Yeah.
Because that could cause, I could see what could happen there in a valley.
I agree. So the question is, what are we going to do? Are we dealing with the cells, or are we dealing with the prisoners? If so, we need to find the prisoners.
I think we know where the cells are. I think we deal with that first. At least have everything we need as much as possible at the ship.
Right. Right. So if we go in there, what's stopping us? What's going to stop us becoming one of these people with the snap necks? How are we going to contain this thing?
Were they weren't wearing suits?
Right, yeah. Some kind of explosion or whatever, or they died in the fight, and for whatever reason the anti-grav's on.
So I think being suited up, those of us that are suited up and can go in, might afford the best chance. Also, having people knocking in and acting as rear guard will be useful. Yeah,
Okay.
I think the batteries that's the known. Go with the known quantity rather than the unknown at this point. There are too many unknowns in this station with this entire project. Never mind the disaster that's unfolded.
Well, there's
Stick with our
three-
original plan of getting us out of here.
Yeah.
Then, if circumstances allow, we'll look at options.
Can I make a suggestion? Are the cameras on in the hydroponics?
Yes, they probably are.
May I look at them? Because I've seen them before. I just want to see if anything's changed in there.
No, it is as you saw it before, as you left it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So there's 3 EVA pods, which can they take 2 people each?
I believe each pod can. There's room for two people.
Yeah. So, I would suggest the rest of our team, like NPCs, stay around here, and we can get the EVA pods and the cells. So we, so long as there's not an hull breach, we should be able to go in there without the suits, pressure suits, and use the pods. That's what I'd suggest.
I'm just going to step away 1 second while you're discussing that. I'll be.
Yeah. Purely because we've not got much time left, and we want to give people things to do.
So how I say about Wix is what we've known. We're going to be on a wild goose chase. Kind of know where these parts are for our ship, don't we? So that's the most important. Yeah.
Well, that's what Navarra said. Yeah.
Yeah, because like I say, we don't know where that Wix is. Could be there, could be dead, and we're just going on a wild goose chase looking for someone, which we don't know. That's an unknown.
It is. I don't think the warden would be that uptight if he knew they were dead, though.
Well, there's a plasma fire, isn't there? I think between where apparently there were. So.
Well, remember we had the option to vent the plasma. Why did we not go with that again?
Oh.
It crossed my mind, but it goes through 3 entire decks, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought we were just focusing on other more bigger priorities, but if there was a danger that this plant needs to have the plasma vented, then and we're somewhere close, we certainly should. I mean, we have fires. I don't know why we can't use the computers to vacate, to space out the areas with the fires to stop the fires and stuff. Like we could do minimal maintenance on this place to make the place less dangerous.
Yeah.
But
isn't the reactor unstable though, or something? Is it the reactor? I can't remember.
Right? Shall we just make a move? Go for the batteries.
Yeah.
That's something
Yeah.
we know we can get done.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, and see what the next step is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to do, Phil? Do you want to leave it at that point, or is there a finishing bit?
I think he's frozen.
He stepped away for a moment.
Step away. I think that'd be a good place to end at, wouldn't it? Where we're just venturing into somewhere new. Because we're one short, aren't we?
Not everything has to be a cliffhanger anyway,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like cliffhanger like last time.
I know. Yeah.
It's just such a big place, and that's just like, and
it's
huge. We're trying to dodge everything, and that's not working. We just need to go right side up. We're going here, like Colin said.
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot to do, isn't it?
It's more of a mystery, isn't it? This one.
Yeah, it is. It's intriguing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost a sandbox, isn't it? Where you can do anything,
Hmm.
Yeah.
many
Yeah.
things you could do.
I don't know when splitting up though. Well, we could cover more ground.
That would not be
yeah,
sensible.
yeah, I know.
It's never went well for anyone in any horror movie ever.
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna go look in the
You're the
basement.
expert, Colin.
I'll just wait outside. Oh, my phone isn't working. Beep, beep, beep,
Uh-huh.
beep, beep. Yeah. I don't want Phil to come back and go like, "Oh, right, we've ended the stream."
I know.
Sorry, I had
Yeah,
myself. I had
exactly.
myself. Sorry, I had myself muted. I've been talking to you for a moment.
Oh, right, okay. Oh,
Oh, well, that
it's
helps.
just your
It wouldn't work. All I can see
your
is
camera's frozen, so
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
frozen most all the stream.
I
Oh,
was
right.
talking to you, but I was like, oh yeah, it's not there.
Oh, it's not frozen on my screen.
Now it isn't. You were.
And now it's
Oh
not.
God,
no,
is
there's
it
a few
got?
people in the chat.
Yeah, it was
it-
frozen before now.
It's because it's like Discord. It's not the main focus, so it's freezing it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, yeah, we were saying that we were going to go
Yeah.
for the EVA pods and get the cells, but is that not a good place to kind of end it as we're setting off?
It's it's up to you guys, of course. I mean, I've got a potential end point in mind, but we can like somebody said. Well, I thought
Yeah,
it was
Flea's
thought
not
you could
here.
hear me. Yeah, Flea's not here, and don't always have to
Yeah.
end on a cliffhanger. I do like to try and end on a cliffhanger, but we don't have to.
So long as
The-
we can reduce the stress before we forget and then keep the stress
Yes,
really
so we will do that. So before I move on, let us see. So you've been,
Oh, a while.
you've been in here. I would say at least 40 minutes
right.
at the in the security station. So that means you can reduce your stress by 4.
Does procrastination
Wow.
reduce stress or increase it? I think it's simultaneous. It's like Schrodinger's stress. It sort of does both at the same time.
Yeah. I would, yeah.
My panic level is got an effect on it, Phil, but that would due to like a combat.
Yeah, so you can
Any
you just
kind
right
of
click on that and remove it because panic subsides automatically after 10 minutes.
Okay.
Oh, thank you so much for that. That was a lot of fun. Looking forward to the next session.
Okay.
We are the Scooby Gang.
So just because I stepped away from it. Is your current plan to head down through Junction 5 from the corrections office?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Okay.
direct route. We're going to use the suits when we get to the contaminated area. We're going to have people as a rear guard.
Yeah.
So-
Well, you can tell me strategy later, but
Yep.
just so no, just that's enough to know. So you're going
Yeah.
down Junction 5, J5 to G5.
Sounds like a
Oh.
chess move.
It does.
Or is it
Hmm.
no? Where you're on F? Whatever. I'm looking at the wrong one. Yeah. So you're on F, aren't you?
It's-
You're on F. So you'll be going from F5 to G5. Or J5. Is that, am I up in the wrong place? F decade. Yeah. So J5, sorry, to I'm thinking the vents aren't. Oh no, they're not coded to the letter of the deck.
I'm flipping knackered.
So the Junction 5 to Junction 5 on deck F. That's where we're
Yeah.
going.
That's
Deck G, sorry. There's so many decks on this thing.
I know that's part
Yeah.
of. That's why our heads are kind of twisted because this is
It's-
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some of the
Complex.
decks are massive.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
one deceptively large area. In fact, I think this is a larger area in terms of gameplay than Destroyer of Worlds.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, because
It
that
feels-
was over a big area, but the places that you were, but it was kind of like encounters in small areas, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
where
vaguely.
this just feels like where the hell do you start? You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is you can see from the
That's-
maps, it's
yep.
huge. I mean,
no, as we went deck by deck and we've seen the side view, we realize that this thing is humongous.
So yeah, so current plan is to descend through Junction 5 down onto deck G and to where the bulk storage units are, and then head towards the hangar bay. I take it.
Cool.
Very
The
good.
other thing that we discussed while you were away, I'm not sure if you heard, is simply the fact that we might, when we can, if we know there are fire on certain decks and there are areas where we have control, kind of, vent out, those areas into space to control fires and plasma and release stress and pressure on the entire station.
Yeah, 'cause
We
the
looked at that as an option in the beginning. For some reason, we didn't, and it's now becoming apparent that's something we'll need to look at the longer we're here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you tried last session. You tried to vent the atmosphere, but Mother said that they'd been locked down, and you needed a security code to access those controls.
Okay.
Uh,
Well,
we
we
can
could
get
have
the
asked the
warden in a
captain
good
for
mood.
it. He's there, right?
All right, there we go. Yep. Thanks again, Data, for running this. This is a lot of fun. Apologies for being
That's all right.
zoned out a bit.
The plasma fires, they will slowly burn through the station. They will burn through the interior of the station far quicker than they will burn like a hole through the hull. Because obviously the outer, the superstructure, the bulkheads are much thicker than the interior walls. So the walls and the floor and the floors between some of the. That's why the fires spread between those three decks, because they're like sandwiched together. Whereas some of the other decks, they're not. They're like separate pieces. But if the plasma fire hits the chute, then it'll just go up and down through the entire station.
You see, Woof. Piper Alpha.
I mean, I'm not talking like, not like paper catching fire, just go, woof, but it will spread.
Yeah.
And it'll, burn out the entire interior of the station before it burn through the bulkheads.
Which isn't any better for us.
No, you don't want to be inside.
No. That sounds painful.
Yeah. Yeah, plasma fires generally have
we
an
may want to do something
intensity-
about that then, see we're going to be hanging around this station for a while.
Yeah. Plasma fires usually have an intensity of about 12, so that's 12 damage dice every round.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we're not walking that
Brutal.
off.
No.
Well, there you go. That's a good spot to leave it. Thanks to everybody in the chat, especially on Twitch. A lot of you on there chatting away, and it's great seeing you're involved with the game. That's why we're here. And just need to say, until next time, keep up to date with the channel, do the technical things, and remember to keep it creepy, keep it horrific.